Is everything going smoothly? Or wait, do I have to go live again?
Looks like we're live on YouTube.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go. We can mute that up. Let's see.
What's good, chat? What's good?
All gameplay is lowered and muted. Desktop audio is all the way up. Everybody sounds good. I can't believe it. Is everybody using their good mics these days? I appreciate that. Thank you.
I never take my good mic off.
No,
I was going to say
is wild.
You're welcome.
I agree, Belle.
All right, let's go. All right, let's see. Let me open up X real quick. Do you guys call it X or do you guys call it Twitter?
I'll never call
No
it
one's
X.
calling it X.
Yeah, I know. I called it X.
I said X because I don't use it anymore.
I'm kind of calling it X, kind of. A little bit.
This is hilarious. It's been 8 years since I made this video.
Let me see. Yo, what up, chat? How's everybody going this fine Sunday evening? Let's put up the quality here. Maybe we don't need that. All right, let's see. What's going on? Kogan, Dream Chaser. What up? Nightwolf, Dracon Spider, Game Killer 64. You had Game Killer 69. Are you really gonna sit there and say that you chose 64 instead of 69?
He could be a fan of Nintendo 64.
I guess that's true. You know what? I got respect for the 64. It had Smash Bros, Kirby 64.
Had a great lineup. Two Zelda games.
I still never to this day beat Banjo-Kazooie. I don't know why. I can't do it.
I always get close, but I always fall off at like a very specific point.
When you get to click cut wood or whatever it's called, they freaking
Yep.
Yeah. When you get to that, I'm just done. Like I can't even play it anymore. Raptor, what up? Raptor, what up? Ricardo Beaumont, what up, man? Acebreaker, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Acebreaker, with the Kingdom Come 2 Deliverance freaking dildo up his ass. What up, man? How's it going?
Jesus. Okay.
Blue Blaze, what up? Cranberry, what up? What up? All night Yahtzee, what's going on?
You are in a great mood.
I really am. You know, it's really, really good. Like I was telling the boys earlier, man, you know, life is okay right now. Life is good. We coming up on the end of the year. I'm centered at this point. You know, I'm good. You know, looking back on the year, I did a lot of things. I'm good. You know.
Good.
All right, let's see. Chat, how does everything sound, chat? Does the audio is good? You can hear everybody smoothly. We got a lot to talk about today. But I'm going to try to get us out of here within, like, you know, hour and 30, you know? We ain't trying to be here all night, you know? We got lives outside of this. All right, we're going to talk all about the Game Awards. We definitely going to talk about all about Trails not getting nominated. We got to talk about that.
Do we though?
Do we though?
Wow. Oh, my God. Rick, are you hearing this disrespect? Like, my God.
I'm just saying, what category do you think it should be voted for?
Oh, man. We'll talk about it.
That was fine. I was doing it for the bit. That was crazy.
The bit. Yeah.
God.
They were synchronized. They just knew.
No, it was a joke.
All right. Okay, let's get started with the intros here. As you guys see, I got a little bit of a different layout going on here, you know. I told everybody on the panel, if I see anybody copying this style, I'm going to be really upset. All right,
chat, we need snitches. If y'all see
y'all snitch
right
these
now.
things, all right?
Like Randall from Recess, bro.
Yes.
Get your little pen out. Start writing that down.
If I see anybody copying this, I'm going to be really upset. Because it's a
Shadow,
simple
you better trademark. You better trademark it and patent it.
Yes, I should. My God. All right, let's get started with these intros. HBMP JRPG Podcast, episode 116. We are live on podcast services all across the globe. Apple, Spotify, whatever have you. And you want to listen to it, we'll be on there. I had a little problem with the last episode audio. I'm gonna try to see if I can get that out on Spotify, and hopefully it works. But yeah, we are definitely on those platforms. Yes, and you guys know what time it is, so let's get started. Blake, go ahead.
It is that time. What's going on, guys? It's me, Westtown HD, here for another episode of the HPMP podcast. Glad to be here. Glad to talk about the Jeff Keighley Awards, because that's what they are. And yeah, happy to have all of you guys here in the chat with us. Got some good stuff to talk about today.
All right, Pelvic, grace us with your presence. Let's hear the Queen speak.
Oh, my God, you are in a really good mood. Holy crap. That's crazy. You are in a spectacular mood. What's up, guys? It's your girl, Lady Pelvic, Pelvic Gaming, and it's great to be back on the podcast. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. I'm actually really excited. So, yeah.
All right.
Wait, is this the part where we talk about what games we're playing or not yet?
Not just yet. We will,
okay, just kidding. That's it.
Get there.
And
Bob, go ahead.
Welcome everyone to another episode of the We Hate Trails podcast.
Yo.
We're thankful you're out here.
not true. It's not
Everyone
true.
except for me, of course. You know, Falcon's finest. But anyways, we thank you all for coming out to talk about these Game Award nominations and all that jazz.
All right. Q.
What's up? It's me, your husband of dreams. We are here for them waifus to talk about we're talking about a lot of stuff, I guess, this week. I think most exciting is the Steam Machine, but yeah, we'll talk about them awards and stuff as well. Interesting.
I got some things to say about that when we get to it.
As do I.
All right, and last but certainly not least, Falcom's finest, the only one. Go ahead.
Riku-san, one, the only one here today on this nice Sunday. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm doing very fine today. I slept for like 12 hours, and it was great. I get to do what I want.
Love to see it. And you guys know me, Mr. JRPG Shadow, out here. We're going to have more videos coming soon on the channel. Going to be talking about some of the things that we're talking about today as well. But I guess you get my one-on-one thoughts about them later in the week. Was going to do it earlier today, but kind of got distracted. Kind of had to do some other things. All right, so let's go on. Let's make this really quick because we do have a lot of other things to talk about. Pelvic, what are you out here playing in these JRPG streets currently?
I just finished yesterday Final Fantasy Tactics, Evil East Chronicles for the first time, and oh my god, I was so ready to be done with this game. I was so ready to be done with it, and then I was done with it. I was so ready to jump into a new game. I think my next game was going to be Cold Steel 4 because I just really wanted a power trip after fighting for my life for this game. But then the wind was taken out of my sails, and now I don't know what I want to play. I feel a lot after playing Final Fantasy Tactics, like beating Final Fantasy Tactics. If you know, you know. But yeah, that's what I just finished, and shit, bro.
So, fun fact, Pelvic, the original writer of that game, he did an entire expansion for Final Fantasy XIV that sort of acts as a spiritual sequel to Tactics, if you ever need motivation to go back to that.
No, I don't want to go back to Evil East. Thank you.
Don't you want closure on Ramses' story?
No, I was pretty sure I read that it was like not canon as well.
It's not, but I said spiritual. It's not
okay. All right. Yeah. No. I listen. I am sure everything's happy and great. And well, I don't know. It's an ending. It's an ending. An ending. That's where I'm at with that.
Ba, what are you playing?
I've been super busy, so I've barely been able to play anything. I beat Digimon since we last played. That's phenomenal. DLC for Super Robot Wars Y is out, so did one stage of that. I recently started another playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3 just as a stress reliever, but not very far on that. I want to play Demon School, the new indie RPG that's out. You know, I have a lot of horror RPGs, so if you want one, be sure to check that out. But I can't give you my thoughts on it because, like I said, I haven't had the time to play it. But yeah, winter break is coming up. When it does, you can be sure I will be playing a lot more games.
All right. We got to ask you, Q, because I don't know if you play games anymore, but what are you playing out here, Q?
Bloody hell. So my chibi, he's really into Pokemon now. He's
Oh God, I said you. I didn't say you. I didn't say your kid. I said, what are you
That's
playing?
crazy.
Let me
That's
let me get to the
crazy
point. So
word.
No, no,
here's
no,
the
no,
thing.
no.
transition.
You
You're
hard to get to the point.
transition into
I need a game. I need the hours amount that you played so far, and that's it.
He's playing Pokemon
Oh my
Diamond,
God.
which got me back into Pokemon. So I'm actually playing Pokemon Tournament or whatever it's called, the fighting game.
Pokemon.
Yeah, I've started.
Really?
I've got a collection of games that I haven't touched, and he's into Pokemon. We're talking about it a lot, so I picked it up and started playing it. And it's I died on Pokemon Violet, which I haven't finished the DLC for, so I've been going back and doing a bit of that. So yeah, just kind of playing Pokemon on the side. That's it.
All right, cool. Good to see that you're playing games, my guy.
Bloody hell, Shadow.
Riku, what are you playing?
I have been playing the Dead Space 1 remake that came out about 2 years ago. I've always been late to the playing Dead Space and the Batman Arkham games. I'm usually like 1 to 2 years late on playing all of them. So I guess this lines up with that. I've been having a blast. This is probably my new Dead Space entry above the original Dead Space 2. And I didn't think I would
Wait,
say
what?
that going in. What?
Dead Space 1 came out before Dead Space 2. Or are you specifically talking about the remake, I guess?
I'm specifically talking about the
Okay.
remake version of
Okay.
Dead Space 1. I like the
Okay.
remade version of Dead Space 1 better than the original version of Dead Space 2, which was my original favorite.
Oh, I think Dead Space 1's better. But I like Dead Space 2. I like Dead Space 1 more.
I'm shocked you can
Continue.
stomach a Dead Space game.
I
She's
love
trolling us.
Dead
Wait,
No,
Pelvic plays
I
Dead
love
Space?
No. I didn't play Dead Space. I watched my best friend play Dead Space. I thought it was so much fun. Like Dead Space 1 and 2 are great. I didn't see the third one. And I watched all the animated movies, I'll have you know. Which are also really good. I like Dead Space.
I was gonna say
I can't
all
play it.
Dead
Not enough
Space
to
is
play it.
amazing, but Dead Space 3 is just garbage. So
That's what I heard.
can't say.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I never got to play Dead Space 3.
you don't need
Um,
to. You're not
Well,
missing
watch
anything.
it, but yeah.
Oh, I completely
Yeah.
forgot to mention somehow. I did play Dispatch. I forgot about that.
I've been hearing a lot
The game's
about
so
that
short.
game.
The game's so freaking short. I almost forgot.
I gotta
Great
check
game.
with,
Should play.
I gotta check with Luffy and see if he. I mean, I gotta check with my friend to see if he got anything.
Brother,
Sir.
it's a $30 game.
What you mean? I'm just saying. I'm checking with my friend. What you mean? Like, bro, I'm.
Shadow, you gotta support the indies, man. At least the indies, at the very least.
All right, I'll see. I'll see what's up. I'll see what's up with that. All
That is
right.
an indie developed game, right? It's not like a big studio.
I think Ad Hoc is technically indie. I think.
Okay.
It's their first game. I know that.
Support them.
All right.
Yeah, Dead Space 1 remake. It's great. I beat it 2 times. I got to beat it one more time for the platinum. But I'm not sure if I'm going to do my third playthrough right away because I'm kind of burnt out. So I might go back to Wild Arms 2.
All right. Yeah, you're really taking your time on Wild Arms too. Do you even like it? I haven't
yeah.
seen somebody. I haven't seen somebody go off and on a game like you have with the Wild Arms.
I was gonna say, I feel like
Yeah.
he said that he's just been like going. Well, you say it's your in between game. Every time you have something you don't have, or every time you're trying to play something and you're done,
Mhm.
and then you move on. You
Yeah.
go to Wild Arms. So
Who does that?
No,
I-
I'm very
Yeah, that's I
very
agree with
enjoying,
Shadow. That's
Wild
fine.
Arms 2. I like it a lot.
No.
probably one of my new favorite,
how can you
PS1
like it a
games.
lot if you
No.
can't finish it within like when you started? Like I don't get that. Like
I'm
you're
taking
you're
it slow.
jumping to other game.
I'm savoring the flavor.
I'm
I'm running around. I'm talking to everyone. I'm treating it like a Trails game for some reason.
Yeah, but you would have finished the Trails game already by at this point. I feel like you started that in
Okay,
like
not,
February.
not exactly like a Trails game because I wouldn't put a Trails game down to play other things. I'm playing it like a Trails game if I would put it down.
All right. All right. All right. Blake, what are you playing?
right this second, I'm playing Minecraft. But if you're asking me what I have been playing, I also just finished Dispatch. That game is incredible. Everybody, go play Dispatch. Shout out to Acebreaker for gifting it to me. I am very happy that I got to play it. I'm happy with my ending. Bao is not happy with my ending, but that's okay because it's not Bao's playthrough.
I'm the one that suggested you play, you little bastard.
Look, chat. All I'm saying is that if you're a hero, and
You
Don't
forgive,
spoil
right?
it. Don't spoil
all
it.
I'm saying, yeah, see that's okay. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but a villain went to prison. Okay. Yeah.
I want you to
that's really
remember,
good.
this is like a Telltale game, right? And at the end, it shows you the percentage of players that agree with your choice.
I am in the top 2%, baby.
3% of people picked the choice Blake did. What is wrong
Let's
with you, sir?
go. I march to the beat of my own drum. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Before that, I had just finished Metroid Prime 3. That was my first time playing Prime 3,
That's
so I'm all
out?
caught up. I am all caught up for Prime 4. No, Prime 4 is the new one.
Oh, it's Prime 2 is new. Alright, cool.
Yeah, Prime 3 was the Wii game. So I just played that. And yeah, but besides those, right now the main thing I am playing is Kirby Air Riders. Absolutely adore it. Absolutely love it. I am so happy with this game. I can't wait for more people to discover how good it is being able to play with friends online as well. I'm glad that it's here at the beginning of the console generation because it is going to feed me for the generation. It is easily going to be one of my favorite games this year. But yeah, aside from that, that's basically all that I have on the go right now. And I started Daybreak 2.
I was just about to mention that myself. All right, so that's great. All right, so for me, about to finally wrap up Trails in the Sky first chapter, and we'll immediately on the Daybreak, and I'm gonna no life that in probably by the third week of December. I'm gonna have that done. I'm gonna completely just put it on the Steam Deck and just play it morning, noon, night on my commute to work, and just do it that way. But yeah, that's on my docket right now. Got to make sure I finish that for a certain spoiler cast. Yeah, so just finishing up Sky chapter 1 and first chapter rather, and then going to Daybreak. All right, let's get started with the first topic here. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the remaster that everybody wanted. Everybody wanted this remaster. You couldn't find anybody that was like, oh, Abyss. We don't know what the Abyss is. We all wanted Tales of Berseria remaster.
Yep. That's what we wanted. That's
Can I just start by saying the worst thing about this is I see so many people defending this.
Yeah,
You'd be surprised how
Like
people defend
straight
shit.
up attacking other people that are like, why is this here? Like, what are we doing? We lost the plot.
completely and utterly have lost the plot. So the Tales of remaster bandwagon, or rather bus or car or whatever have you, is moving. First we got Grace's F, technically. I mean, first we got Symphonia remastered way back in the day, but who's counting? Then after Grace's F, we out of nowhere, RKO out of nowhere, we got Exalia 1, which just came out about a week or two ago. And that was received relatively well. I had a chance to play it a little bit, and I was just like, Exalia is not my particular bag of tea when it comes to replaying a Tales game, but I'm more partial to Exalia 2. But now, with this remaster project, they have decided to go with Tales of Berseria. It's coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC, which is already on the PC. Because you can get it. I think
It's more expensive.
It's more expensive too. I think it's like $60 right now, the regular version, but the remaster is like $40 or $50 or something like that.
Yeah.
What is
That's,
what
It's
is
cheaper
You
and
can
has all the
find this-
DLC.
You can find this game for like $5 to $10 like every year.
what is
Any sale.
the big
It's true.
difference? What is the big difference between this and the original?
As far as I can tell, they haven't told us because I've looked at that trailer. They didn't have like a list of anything unless I missed it.
I think they came out with
just to show anything.
they came out with a list
Didn't they,
recently.
I was like, wasn't it like the usual, like you can turn off encounter rates, increased XP, 120 frames support on PC, like the usual stuff?
Yeah,
they've added to all
basically,
these?
yeah. That's the basic. It's like a whole bunch of quality of life stuff that you can do. Like they added like markers, tell you where to go next and stuff like that. It's really nothing that's honestly a mod couldn't do. But
That's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that's the shit you can get in a mod, right?
Shadow, is this your gameplay?
it might be. It might be.
Okay, because I thought it was a trailer, and I was like, I don't remember her not having like the books around her crotch. I was like, what's happening here?
Oh, because PC Master Race, and this was already on
Oh, of
PC,
course,
so
of course.
the mod scene already got there, and did some stuff. But yeah, some modded gameplay. But let me see if I can pull up
Have they
the
taken down
list.
Have they taken
Clearly,
the
the
original
only
from sale?
real reason for this is just to port it to Switch and I guess whatever other system, PS5 or whatever.
Yeah,
But once
apparently
again,
Switch has been
the
like
game
selling
exists
crazy.
already.
Yeah.
So like, what do you need to? Whatever.
The
Yeah,
original
I-
is still up
yeah.
for sale though. That's kind of surprising because you'd expect them to pull the original and leave this as the only option for anyone who wants to get it. But the original is
Right.
still up.
I'm assuming
Well, I mean,
like
that's
when it
more of a
comes
Koei
out,
Tecmo thing, I guess. Yeah.
when the game comes out, like in February, I think it's slated to release in February. The original will drop, will get delisted, whatever. So yeah, like we were saying with the improvements, it just comes with your standard stuff. You got downloadable content. You got the grade shop from the jump. You got increased movement speed. Let's see. Objectives are now on display, so you can usually tell you where to go next. You know, just the normal stuff like battle music that you can play any Tales battle music if you want to. I think that's in conjunction with the DLC, and just a whole bunch of quality of life stuff. So, my first question to you guys is: anybody going to replay this when it drops?
Oh no.
No.
But when it drops, no. At some point, probably.
Lord have mercy.
You
Like
buy
I
this?
owned,
I wouldn't
like
mind
I own the
revisiting
original.
it,
I don't
but
see the point of this. Like, why would I
I
spend $40 on this so I can get a key for like $6 if I
No,
didn't
I
own it
agree
already?
with Bao. I own the original, so I just replay the original. I don't think I'd buy.
Since I
So,
never
Or-
got
or-
around to the original, this is good for me.
Sorry,
But,
what?
yeah, since I never actually got to play the original. I never got around to it. I always wanted to play it. I always heard good things, and then over time, I heard even more good things. People are like, you know what? Thinking in hindsight, this is actually my new favorite Tales of game, and I think it has the best gameplay in the franchise. I'm like, damn, what changed? People are actually like,
It doesn't have the best game. Right?
If someone tells you
well,
this has the
they'll say
best
that.
gameplay, they're smoking crack. I listen to them.
Yeah, like I like the gameplay because it's overpowered, but you know it's not the
Right.
best one. It's not
Exactly.
The best
Like it's
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
good. The best. Hell no.
wait, okay, so
Yeah.
maybe it's not the best, but is it in the top at least?
That's more of a personal thing for me. No.
Interesting.
I
If
mean,
someone
I just
told
like
me
the-
that,
I don't think
I
on
can
a
understand, but
yeah I don't know. I don't like the diamond system that they had going on there, or how to like recharge your diamond. There were some ways where I just didn't like how you ran out of energy or how you had to recharge energy. I think that felt like it put a pause on the gameplay just because you were so powerful. But yeah, I think it has one of the best stories for sure.
Absolutely.
It's like top 3 stories.
like Velvet
yeah,
is a top 3 protagonist in the series. I don't think anyone will
100%.
deny that.
100%.
Yeah, I agree with that, but I also think the story overall, because like you have to understand, this came after Zestiria, and Zestiria was like complete ass. Like I am a certified Zestiria hater. This is in the same world of Zestiria, but it just like takes everything about Zestiria and like makes it good. It doesn't justify. I still wouldn't say, oh yeah, now it makes it worth playing Zestiria. It doesn't. But it's like since you've suffered through the trash that was Zestiria, here let us make it better. And they did, because for the longest time I wouldn't play the game. I was like, I'm not playing this. And then someone gifted it to me, and then I was like, I guess I'll play, because I just wasn't giving Bandai Namco any like money for Tales of anything after Zestiria was such a bad burn. So, but this was a phenomenal game. This is better than definitely like the most recent entry, Arise. Better than Zestiria. Like it's up there for Abyss for me. I think Abyss is like actually probably the best one. Although my favorite
As
still
it is.
Graces. My favorite
This
still
is the best,
Graces.
agreed.
Have you guys played Hearts?
The
think we went
original
over this.
and the remake.
Hearts are you can't look, you know what? Yeah, we did go.
I played
Hearts
both.
is
leave
the
it alone,
best.
Q.
My God. So it's been confirmed that everybody gets fucked with this version. So all the versions from the West all the way to Japan is getting the censored version of the game, of this remaster.
It's really not a big deal, honestly.
I'm gonna be honest with
Like
you.
1 or 2 scenes.
I think like the biggest scene is the beginning scene. Obviously, do we spoil it? I don't know, but I think the original is way more impactful and visual.
Yeah.
It makes me understand Velvet's like revenge plot so much better. I don't know why. I guess the kid is too young to have that sort of violence. I guess, but
This is not a game for children, though. Like that's the point. Why do we need to censor shit? This is
what's
not,
what's the rating? What's the rating? Q, is it T for teen?
In the UK, it's 16 and older, and 16 and older. That's you should know shit by 16. Like, come on.
I know
It's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's if I had to guess, it's just they probably didn't want to hit an M rating, and I can't imagine that would have caused it. But the ESRB, at least in the West, can be very fickle.
Yes, they can.
The
be.
original has a 16, so
Yeah,
I think
it's
they
T
were
for
fine with the
teen.
original.
It's a
T,
team.
yeah.
T for teen, yeah, with blood, mild language, mild suggestive themes, partial nudity, use of
Violence.
alcohol, and violence. Yeah.
Yeah,
But see,
I
here's the
mean,
thing, though. I don't like the censorship either. But I don't know the second scene you're talking about. I know the very first scene, but I still think like the message gets across. I do think like it'd be more visceral, more like oof, have more oomph if we got the uncensored one. But I think the message still gets across of what's happening. If
That's true.
memory serves me. So
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but like, there are other censorship. I don't know, censorship
There's
things
worse
that I would fight
censorship.
for.
It's weird censorship, but at the same time, it's always bad when they censor something, as far as I'm concerned. But yeah,
I mean,
you're right. There is worse.
Yeah, there are bigger fish to fry, but I also understand nobody really wants this, and yeah, no, and I agree. What's the point of ratings if people are going to make the decision for us? You know what I mean? Like, oh,
Exactly.
it's 2. I'm like, no, I'm an adult. It's okay. It's T for teen. I think a teen can handle it. Like.
I think also one of the
I know.
reasons is that it's anime, and anime is always like geared towards kids, kind of. So
Scrutinized.
it's kind of like they don't.
Anime's
wanna-
geared toward kids, but Japan out here like
Yeah.
geared towards
Eh.
kids. Hurrah,
When I've spoken to any of my mates who live in Japan, they tell me they said no adult, no self-respecting adult that works in Japan watches anime. Anime is something that, but kids don't watch it either. It's something that essentially, like,
Just like how it used to be here. It's for otakus.
exactly, it's
Yeah.
like people in their 20s who probably don't have like a
I never
regular
understood
Weirdos,
life.
why-
outcasts.
I feel like a lot of Western people have that weird misconception, like Japan's is magical anime land. Like you're still gonna be an otaku person over there.
Yeah, you are. You are going to be
Absolutely.
an otaku. And again, anime is not for kids. When I sit down with my kids and I'm trying to find something that my 7-year-old can watch, I'm thinking, oh shit, that he can't watch that. He can't watch that. He can't watch that. It's hard to find anime unless I'm going to stuff like Pokemon or something like that. So I didn't get the whole censorship. It's unnecessary.
I disagree. I don't think anime is for kids. What are you talking about? It depends what anime.
Not
There's
in
a
general
lot of
for
it is not for
kids.
kids.
It's basically like the main, like the general masses think anime is for kids. Like the everyday adult thinks anime is for kids. If
You and I know better.
yeah, we all know
okay,
better,
okay,
but
okay.
like people outside just look
Okay.
at anime as cartoon.
Okay, I'm
equals
with
for
you.
kids.
Sure.
We got a super chat.
We got a super chat from Night Fury saying, "I'm still mad as Asteria got an anime over Berseria. I did not realize that the Tales games had animes."
I feel like they did. I feel like they didn't they
Oh,
do
they
like a
definitely
mixture
do.
or something
Fantasia,
like
Symphonia, Abyss.
that. Yep.
Symphonia got an anime? Really?
Vesperia. Mhm.
Yeah, Vesperia has a movie.
Yep.
I thought Berseria got something anime, or was it the Berseria anime?
There was a cameo in
Oh, there's a
Zestiria
cameo.
from
Oh.
Velvet.
Okay, that's what I'm remembering. Yeah, it kind of sucks.
I
Berseria
watched
is
the
the better
Tales
game.
of. Oh, by far. And it's actually kind of sad because I think Zestiria really did have a cool combat system. I thought I liked the idea of merging. I was like, whoa, I felt like such a badass. But I just think
Yeah,
the
the
story.
concept is phenomenal.
Yeah, the concept is really cool, but I think the story and even characters just like the characters felt so bad to me. Like I think one of the strengths of Tales of games is like, yeah, they each like embody a trope, but they're tropes that work well together, that bounce off well. And like but Zesteria's cast, I was like, bro, I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling to give a fuck about y'all. So
All right.
yeah.
And although that little fusion thing was cool on paper, I personally didn't feel the execution was all that good, especially since if you have 4 characters on the battlefield and you fuse the ones that you're using and you're fighting a boss and you want your other 2 characters to fuse and fight alongside you, the CPU is just going to defuse them, and they are everyone is squishy without being fused in later battles, and that kind of like ruined the idea. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I believe you. I just don't remember. I believe you. Sounds right. Yeah.
So, a lot of people are really upset at this announcement. We kind of discussed it a little bit earlier that you can get this game on the cheap anywhere else. A lot of people are swearing up and down that, oh man, it's a re-release, it's getting a remaster. I'm gonna play it now. Oh, I'm gonna have a chance to play it now. And call me a skeptic, call me doubtful. I don't believe anybody who was really looking for Tales of Berseria is all of a sudden gonna play it now, even though it's got this new coat of paint and it's brand new releasing.
I only see that applying to people that only have like a Switch. It's kind of it.
I mean, I feel like,
Or an Xbox, which is like 1% of people.
like literally,
I
like
think Shadow's actually right though. I feel like the hype never matches the like what actually will happen. Like remember the hype around what was it? Oh my god, that it was a
Freedom
PSP
Wars?
or P. Yes, everybody was like, oh, even I was like, oh, I never bought it. Like I want
Lord,
to.
you're a part of the problem, is what you're saying. Crazy.
I am.
Okay,
I'm trying to be
okay.
more, but I am, but that's why I think Shadow's right. Like even I'm trying to be more mindful of it, you know. And but so many people, including myself, get hyped like, oh, this is so cool, and I want to play. I will say I do want to play Freedom Wars. I actually enjoyed the game, but there's just so many fucking games out. And personally, I'm like, why do I need to buy? I only buy games day one if I'm going to play it day one. Because I'm not going to pay a day one tax. Unless it's Nintendo, which games never go on sale. But PlayStation games go on sale, like, give it 2 weeks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I actually really agree with Shadows. There's hype around it now. It's exciting. Woohoo, yippee-ki-yay. And then I just don't think the follow-through is there.
Yeah, exactly. Like the only thing I'm gonna accept is if like this game releases in February and sometime around April or May, like Bandai comes out and say, "Oh, Berseria is the fastest selling remaster of all our remasters so far," or some shit like that. Then maybe I might believe that people are honestly gonna go and play this game and give it a shot. But other than that, I think people are just talking shit. I think it's just the hype, like Pelvic said, and they're just
Or what I was going to say is people do buy the game, they just don't play it. And that can reflect their numbers. You know what I mean? Like, look, people bought it, but how many people played it? It just sits on their shelf and they get to it eventually. So that might be another way to look at it.
Yeah, because I was also thinking that way too, pal. And I was I made a tweet that like got a lot of replies, and I was gonna say, all right, everybody who's saying they're gonna play it, I need you to all come back to this tweet and show me your completion. I want to see game clear data for everybody. All right, for everybody that says they're gonna go back and literally play this game again, or get it for the first time. Just highly doubt. I mean, I want this remaster to succeed. I just don't feel like it really is going to. It's gonna come and go like Exalia Remaster did. Like people were excited that the remaster was announced. It came. Okay, cool story. I saw some people in my timeline finishing Exalia 1, cool, but I don't know. What do you guys think I guess the overall point of these remasters really are? Is it really just to get all the Tales games on modern platforms, or are they trying to,
Supposed to be.
get some
money.
Which is
money?
once again why this is confusing.
It's more money.
Yes,
The thing is
that's
that
right.
if they can sell you the same product all over again with barely any effort, right?
Why
not
keep
do
in
it?
mind, the main reason people wanted this entire remaster project is that so many Tales games, one, were never localized, and two, are stuck on very old hardware. That's why people are pissed. Like, you wasted time on Berseria when we were so waiting on Rebirth, Destiny, Abyss, all these other games.
What
See,
makes
that's
you think that they've wasted time on Berseria? I don't think they've done anything. I think they've just repackaged it.
I think it's
with
just
all
a
the
port,
DLC.
honestly.
Honestly,
It's a
yeah,
port.
it's just it's a bare
Because the fact
it's a
that
bare minimum effort.
Berseria is coming out in February, and we just had Exalia like a month,
Yep.
like not even 3 weeks ago. Like this is I think it's just a port, if anything.
It's
Didn't
a port.
they
Like,
say-
they're gonna
didn't
do
they
Abyss
say
at
there was
some
multiple?
point.
Didn't they say they had multiple teams working on these remasters as well?
Yeah, they have 3 teams. Yeah,
Okay.
3 people,
So
you
they
mean? 'Cause
probably
this is
were
a
like,
port.
Lord? So yeah, I that's probably why they were like, okay, what can we do in the meantime? Or what can this thing do? Just throw this out. We can get this done really quickly. So let's just throw this out. So I'm wondering. I doubt this probably took them any time to even remaster and repackage and throw back out there. So they probably said, this is not going to take that much time. Let's just throw this out there. So
Yeah,
that's probably another reason why
I
they did
think
it. They
purely
probably
like
looked at
every
profits.
like yeah, exactly. Like every sale of this game that they get is gonna be pure profit. Like probably like 80% profit for every sale that they get. So I guess that's good for
Especially on
them.
the Switch, too.
There were before we get to this one, we got a super chat.
super chat from the boy Ricardo with $2 super chat saying, "I think they're scrambling for the source codes."
I could see that being a thing too. Remember, back in the day, all the source codes for those old games used to get tossed in the bin.
Oh yeah.
That's why a lot of games just are impossible to remaster or remake nowadays. So that is a very real possibility.
I will never understand that. Like, why would you get rid of the source code for your games?
Actually, funny
that
enough,
never
that's
makes
the
me-
reason we don't get ports like Symphonia GC anymore. It's always the PS2 version. I'm pretty sure they confirmed, someone correct me if I'm wrong, that they don't have the source code for the GameCube version anymore.
I don't even understand. I really don't get that.
I think it had to do with like, because you have to think back in the day, storage was a premium. Like we didn't have like terabits and all that kind of stuff like we have now. And
Still, I
understand.
You have like other things, and like, these are companies that have a lot of that should have enough money to allocate to at least memory storage, and maybe just putting it in a safe or something like that. Like what the fuck?
You would think that, but gaming hasn't been this big, massive money making thing that is now. You know, I mean, back in the day, it was kind of niche. Now it's the biggest thing ever, but back in the day, it wasn't. So I can understand why some studios might have done stuff like that. A lot of studios that are super successful now were not super successful back in the day. I don't know the reason they tossed it out, but I'm assuming it could be something to do with that.
Yeah, even so, like you shouldn't be getting right. Like I have memory for stuff. I have like 5 hard drives that has stuff since like 2010, 2009 on it. Like, come on, bro. Like, what's so hard about saving the source code for a game that you could possibly bring back? Like, even back then, years later, you should have the business mindset that, you know what, this is going to come in handy later at some point. So let's just keep it here. We'll keep it with the president. The president will pass it down to the next president if something goes on, or whatever have you. I don't know. But yeah, weird that people be losing source codes like that. So there was a promotional kind of I think it was a 30th anniversary image that was put out for the Tales games. Featured a bunch of Tales characters. But one of the characters that was also featured was Luke from Tales of the Abyss. And now people are kind of speculating that could be the next remaster, maybe.
That's me. I'm people.
So
I'm people.
I'm really hoping so.
I'm people.
The translation though, for that just said we're celebrating the recent remasters and games with anniversaries, and next year is the anniversary for the game. So I just off the translation alone, it could just be they're saying, "Hey, happy anniversary, now get out."
Yeah.
Nah, I'm a believer. I'm believing.
Do you guys actually want Abyss and like essentially like what they've done with Abyss here, which is just sort of like release it, or
Listen,
do you want, like, an
Q.
actual
Let me tell you something. I've been talking about it. I said it a couple of times on this podcast already. I have a Tales of the Abyss sized dildo stuck up my ass. Okay, do I want this? Is not a question. I want that game. Okay, I love Tales of the Abyss. But
in what format do you want?
I personally don't think Abyss needs a remake.
Mm-hmm.
I would be kind
remake?
of worried about modern Bandai Namco touching that, if I'm honest.
Oh.
That's cool to worry about. I mean, like I could see that. You know, there's a lot of companies out here that can't do remakes, right?
My thing is, I don't think the game needs one. Like the game is aged that well, in my opinion.
No, but I mean like
so.
a port. You know what I mean? Like a port or.
No, he was
bring it
asking
to mod-
specifically which would you prefer, remake or
Yeah.
remaster.
Oh, okay.
I think in this course we can just
be
go
a remaster.
we can go both on this one because I think Persona 3 did it. You know, they came out with Persona 3 Portable 1 year, and then like what, a year or two later they came out with the remake. So maybe we get the remaster first, and then like, you know, it gets a good reception, and then they think, you know what, this is a game that we can allocate some money, some resources to actually do a full blown remake. So let's do it. I don't know.
Anyone from Bandai Namco listen?
I also want that.
Shadow. Just don't listen to him. Give us a remake. Like,
well, you have.
Here's my thing. If they do a remake, I don't want them to touch the battle system too much.
I actually want
agree.
them. I want them to touch the battle system. I think they need to fix the field of photons thing. That needs to be
Fix it how?
I think it needs to be more readily apparent to do, and it should work with a good amount of skills. Because I felt, in all my playthroughs of Abyss, I barely used it. Like I felt like I didn't really have to use it all that much.
Complete opposite for me.
Yeah,
That
well,
is the go-to gimmick of the game for me.
yeah, I personally didn't think it was all that well implemented that to a point that I absolutely needed it. And I barely remember my companions using it. Maybe Jade uses it a couple of times to bring out a bigger spell. But I
I've
don't
said
know.
this before. Abyss is not meant to be played with AI.
No, well,
Trust me, play it with a friend. It will change your perspective on the field of photon system. You will understand.
it's advertised as a single player game, Bob. So what can we say? It's great that we got the option.
I didn't say it wasn't.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is, if you play it, you will see what I'm talking about and change your tune.
I'll have to agree with Bao on this one. I remember the first time I played Abyss was playing it with some friends. I went with a friend's house playing on GameCube, and that was sick. And the second time I played it by myself was on the 3DS. It was still sick. It just wasn't as good as.
It's a night and day experience. You really can't compare the two.
Yeah.
I remember the field of photons. It's been such a long time.
Remember, you put the elements on the ground and someone else puts a spell on top of that and it transforms the spell into something else.
It's just been so long. I believe you. It's just. There's key things I just remember in that game, and that's not one of them. But
I would like to say something about the whole remake comment about not trusting blah 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 and whatnot. I feel like there are more companies lately that have been doing very good, faithful remakes than there are companies that have been doing remakes that are not approved. Like, I feel like the only one that really people had a disdain for in recent years is the Resident Evil 3 remake.
You know, I could say something. I'm not gonna say
that one wanted Trigger Shadow specifically.
I know. I just had to give an example.
See, the exact reason I'm saying this for Bandai Namco though is because of how they've treated the Tales series as, I guess, evolution of what it used to be, which, in my opinion, isn't a direct evolution. Like, the newer games aren't necessarily better than the old games in terms of gameplay. Arise is great gameplay wise, but before that, they were kind of fumbling.
I understand that, but once again, like I said, faithful remakes. So if we haven't seen what Bandai Namco can do when it comes to an actual full-blown remake, we've only seen what they can do when it comes to ports and remasters. So
well, I can't use that. It's not modern. I was gonna say Destiny has a remake and it is phenomenal, but that's 2000s.
Yeah,
very different company than what it is today.
All I'm saying is I would be interested to see how they would handle a full-blown remake, because we won't know until they try. Genuinely,
this is true.
So do we think do we think Bandai is honestly going on this honest to God direction to remaster and bring back all the Tales games? Do we honestly think they're going to go back to Destiny, Eternia, and do it and remaster those as well, or do we think it's just
as they stated in the chat? These have all been PS3 games so far. So once they do something that's not from that era, maybe I can start believing that. But as of now, I don't have faith in that.
Yeah, it's like it's the same question when it came to Sonic and Sonic doing all of its remasters. All of them, or majority of them, have been from the PS3 era, and I was like, okay, are you going to touch any of those PS2 games though, like Sonic Riders or Sonic Heroes or anything like that? No answers. So kind of the similar situation. Whereas, like, after these PS3 ones, after they've knocked them all out, are they going to just like pretend like they're not going to do anything else? And like, only time will tell.
Cause like I feel like, yeah, okay, I want Eternia. I would love to play Eternia again. Don't get me wrong. Legendio would be great to play over again. What else? I don't know. Tales of Hearts R is probably rumored to be the actual next one.
Nature would be cool.
But do we honestly think those games are going to do like any kind of numbers? Like again, it's got to be like very bare minimum effort for Bandai Namco to honestly do it. Cause like a game like Destiny, they have to go back. But I don't think Destiny was ever actually even localized. So they would have to put some money into localization too, and do so many other things with that. Like, do you honestly think they're going to do that for Tales? Like, I don't think so. I highly doubt it.
Which is crazy, because I remember we were talking about this on the podcast. Like, the Tales series has some crazy numbers for like sales in terms of like RPGs ever. And Bandai Namco really does not treat it like it, which is crazy.
No, it does not.
And you said, and that statistic that you're talking about, that was particularly, outside of Japan, right?
Oh yeah, you're right. That's what we were talking about.
Mhm.
It has more sales in the West than in Japan.
Right. That's
Yeah,
true.
which is surprising. You wouldn't guess that if they hadn't said it.
Right.
Interesting. I just don't know. I think like we said, after the PS3 era ones, they're gonna slowly just stop, and then maybe they'll finally announce the next mainline Tales game, and then we'll all get distracted from that and just be like, okay, cool, we're done with remasters now.
Yeah, you're probably right. It is about time for a new one. Horizon is what, 3-4 years ago, maybe more
Yep.
at this point.
Yep. And yeah, we'll just take it from there. Again, we'll love to see those games, Eternia, Legendia, even Hearts R, but I don't think it's gonna happen. If anything, I think we'll get Abyss, and that's probably about it. I highly doubt they're gonna go to anything else. All right. So yeah, chat. Let me ask you guys, what's the next remaster you guys want for Tales at this point? I would love to see Abyss. I think they're doing I would say Exalia 2 is next, but they said they were working on it, so I don't know. Maybe it's a different team that's working on it. Like we said there's like 3 teams working on these remasters. So
That one I probably will by day one because Exalia 2 is always my favorite of duology.
yeah, absolutely, easily. Oh
I
yeah,
hate that we got a silent protagonist. I understand why, but I'm still mad about it.
yeah.
It's a weird choice.
I do hope that like when they do the remaster for that, they give you the option to voice him on the first playthrough. It should be available. Because if you recall, after you beat the game, you can unlock his voice in normal cutscenes, which is just the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Hold on, I had to step away. You have to unlock voice acting.
Yeah, for
For
the
the main
silent.
character.
Have you
of Exalia 2.
played Exilia 2?
I don't think he
I
has.
haven't played Exilia. I've only played
Okay,
like 2
all
Tales
right.
games. So.
Okay, all right. It's okay.
It's a very
That's-
weird choice. I
that's
forgot what the
crazy.
reason is for it, but it was
What?
very-
So when
go
they,
away. Go away for a second, Blake. Go away for a second. Come back in
Oh,
1
okay.
minute.
Lord.
Blake, are you gone? Is there? well, I'm about to say something for Exilia. So, well, no.
let me leave too. Give me a second.
Yeah,
Like
I haven't
30
played Exilia 2.
Yeah, just
my God.
message me in the Discord, you guys.
Oh my fucking! No, but okay, well, Shadow, you don't know why they took away his voice, like the reason why they took away the character's voice, right? Like you don't understand it.
I'm trying to search the darkest recess of my mind to remember the story.
No,
of
because it's
Exalia.
just a giveaway. Because it's a giveaway.
a giveaway. What do you mean?
Because
I feel like you
I'm
can
just
spoil.
All right, everyone come back.
I feel like you can
Everyone
spoil.
come
it.
back. No, everyone come back. Okay, come back. I'm gonna message you.
I gotta
It's fine.
because I gotta
I'm
be
gonna
honest.
message you, so.
The only thing I remember about Exilia was how much Exilia 2 was how much I hated the loan system. That's the only thing I
Oh, dude,
remember
yeah.
about it. Like,
The loan system was pretty.
bro, I hate the
shitty.
loan system in real life too.
Same.
Right, I've said before, the loan system is not an issue if you're actually engaging with side content.
I mean, that's true, but I still just hate that it's there because I didn't have an issue with it either, but I still hated it.
Did you hate it in Freedom Wars as well?
Freedom
think
Wars.
so.
I mean, like that's a different way of going about it.
I think that's really it. I agree. I remember,
similar
like, I don't know. I thought it
concept,
was
I guess.
funny though. Freedom Wars was like funny with it. Like when you're first in the cell in Freedom Wars, and if you like walk around or sit, you get charged, you know. And so you learn real quick, like, oh, it's this kind of game, you know. Like you really have to earn your rights and shit like that. So I don't know. Free Wars, it's almost like endearing how it does it.
Interesting.
Okay.
Somebody in the chat that said they wanted a Tales of Arise remaster already.
Let's go.
Laura?
That's wild. That would be so wild. You know what's interesting? I don't think I'd be surprised. I really don't. If they honestly gave us a remaster of Arise, they could easily do it. I know they got the source code, so they'll give us all the DLC. They'll give us all the quality of life stuff and say, here's a remaster before the mainline game comes out. Next mainline.
It's just like what they did with Ryza. Yeah, just give you a remaster of the game that's already perfectly fine. Just bundle in the DLC and delist the original.
Yeah, that's what it
Wow.
seems like it. All right, I think that's all I want. That we have to cover with Tales of a Berseria. We're good to move on. Let's talk about the game that Sakurai was putting his heart and soul into. We got a super chat before that.
Shit, I put food in my mouth. Oh, shit.
Jesus Christ. Let me read it. I'll
Alright,
leave.
you got it.
All right. So, super chat from Ricardo Belmont. Shout out to you, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah, I paid off my loan with poker. Oh crap! I hope they don't cut that out. You can. So wait a minute. Like you had student loan? Are you talking about like in real life? Like, or you talk about in Exalia? Because real life, if you paid off
I think
your
you're
loans,
asking too many questions, Shadow.
that's
I
crazy
think
if
you're
he
trying to stay
did.
mysterious.
Actually, you might want to team up and play some poker. You know, go to Vegas and play some poker. That'd be great. I wouldn't mind that. Get some easy money. But yeah, the loan system in Exalia is just not my cup of tea. I don't think any game that limits my my way to progress the story is just not my cup of tea. Like let me continue the story when I feel like it. Don't limit me to doing other things. If I like it enough, I will do those other things naturally. All right. Oh, so can you actually play poker? Is there a mini game in Exalia 2? You can play poker and actually do
I don't remember. I
don't
hate
remember
mini
that.
games.
That's crazy.
Hate mini games.
Hey, mini games.
I do. Usually.
Blitzball is the best mini game.
Usually.
of all
Wait.
time.
Vantage
play.
Masters.
Can't wait till she plays the FS7 remake.
Did I like Vantage Mess? Is that B and D? No, B and D I liked. B and D. That was from Bravely Default. I liked B and D. That was a fun.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to Kirby Air Riders real quick.
Yes, sir.
Came out. It seems to have gotten a decent reception. I thought, but how much people were talking about it would be more. But apparently, it's here. And Blake, you want to tell us all about it?
So first of all, being respectful, because I will stay respectful, it would have been higher, but some people really feel like they have the ability to rate a game lower than a 5. But if that game did not run over your family as a child or like touch you in the back alleyway, that has no business being under a 5, regardless of the game. I'm just saying. Some people just want attention. But anyway, yeah, Kirby Air Riders. It came out. It's great. If you're a fan of the GameCube game, you'll be a fan of this one. It's very good. A lot of quality of life changes. They've added a lot of new characters. Of course, it looks gorgeous at 4K 60 on the Switch 2. The art style poppin'. Yeah, I've seen a lot of new people like giving it a go. Some of them are like just going right to the race mode and then being like, I don't understand. This feels kind of boring. I didn't do anything. I put down my controller and I won. It's like I said, it's not your typical kart racer. You don't have to hold the button to go forward. It's very much based on kind of like the way you curve your turns, your drifts, your boosts. Each machine drastically changes your play style. So I've seen a lot of new people though actually like giving it a decent try, and they're actually having a lot of fun with it. The new single player mode Road Trip is kind of a I wouldn't say it's kind of a roguelike. It is a roguelike. I don't know why Nintendo is so, I guess, fixated on roguelikes these days. The Pokemon DLC is a roguelike. The Splatoon 3 DLC was a roguelike. The Donkey Kong Bonanza DLC we got in August, that's a roguelike. So I'm not quite sure what Nintendo is, why they're doing this, adding roguelike modes to all of their games, but they are. It's been a very good time so far. I am having a blast. It's going to be in my rotation for quite a while. It is as far as I know, and chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. I believe this is the first game made for the Switch 2 by Nintendo that did not start as a Switch 1 game. This game, Sakurai said that he got a development kit for the Switch 2 2 years ago, and that's when he started development on this. He said it was never in development as a Switch 1 game, but Donkey Kong Bonanza started as a Switch 1. Mario Kart World was a Switch 1 game. Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, thank God it is not a Switch 1 game, but it started out as a Switch 1 game. So yeah, this is like the first game that like Sakurai and Nintendo were able to like put out as a fully developed, like fleshed out with Switch 2 in mind game.
So you did say this was I'm not familiar with Air Riders. I'm not familiar with a lot of kart games, to be honest, but this is a kart game. Recently, I think this year we got Mario Kart World, we got Sonic Cross Worlds. Where does this rank for you personally amongst those?
So they all do different things.
Mario Kart World is its whole claim to fame is, of course, the expansive world. I personally found that after a while of just doing the free roam, I don't even think Bao ever did the free roam. I don't know. I just found that
There's a free roam mode?
the exploration in Mario Kart World was just kind of lackluster and boring. There wasn't enough like markers or like there wasn't enough direction. It was like they literally were just like, oh, people just have fun driving around. Like, sure. I understand that. And as a kid, I used to do that with Midnight Club 2. I loved driving around in Midnight Club 2. That's all I do. It's just free roam Midnight Club 2 was great. But with Mario Kart World, it's I don't know. That's its claim to fame, but it's not as I don't know. I won't dog on Mario Kart World. And then for Sonic, Sonic is like a very traditional kart racer. You've got your cups, you've got your items, high intensity, lots of fun action. And Kirby is it's got like some good single player content, but it's like mostly focused on the city trial mode. For those who don't know, city trial is a mode in which you spawn into a city and you have 5 minutes to run around the city, cause shenanigans. You want to try to collect as many power-ups as you can. To get power-ups, you just have to break these boxes open. They have various different things in them. Or the Bao method, you can just kill people and you can take their power-ups. So this is kind of what put Air Ride on the map for most people as on the GameCube, because it's just an infinitely replayable mode. You can play it as many times as you want. It's always going to be different. Events happen in the city that help you get different things. There's boss fights that pop up. They've added even more events like short races and destruction derbies you can do like in real time during the events. So the city trial is definitely the mode most people will be coming back to this game for. The racing in this game is way more fleshed out and way more like engaging than it was in the original. But I think the main thing that sets this apart from every other kart racer is the city trial mode.
So what exactly would your ranking be of those three games? What's the top?
So it's still pretty fresh, but I would say right now, because I still even go back to Sonic Cross Worlds. It's hard to say. I know Mario Kart's on the bottom.
Lord?
I think I probably won't go back to Mario Kart until there's like a big update that adds some new stuff. If they are going to do a DLC, I don't know. It's not been clear. I don't know how Bao feels about Mario Kart World, but most of us have kind of felt like Mario Kart World's kind of like fallen off. Like it's Knockout Tour is really good, but I feel like I don't know, and again, Bao, chime in whenever you'd like, but I feel like we kind of like played all of the content to death like really quickly, and we just don't really have much to do in Mario Kart World anymore.
In terms of content, you're right. World doesn't have enough, especially compared to what we just had with Mario
Especially
Kart 8.
not as a, what is it, an 80 US game or whatever the nonsense they charge
Lord?
for World?
Yeah.
God.
But for me, World is just fun, and when it comes to just the time to play it. Like the I forgot what it's called. Is it Knockout Tour?
Knockout Tour, yeah.
Yeah, Knockout Tour is very fun. The actual racing is very frantic and all that. So the game is still fun for me, but I understand
Fun
why
core,
people
yeah.
have the issues with like the content in it. Especially
Yeah,
if you did buy it for the open world aspect, which I never care for anyway, so it just doesn't bother me.
Let me ask you guys something. If somebody was like, you know what, I want to play a kart racer this year, what's the one you're gonna recommend for sure?
If they want a kart
Casual.
racer, I'm gonna say Sonic.
We're talking about new ones specifically.
Yeah, like the most recent.
For a casual, I would say Mario Kart 8. If you're already a Sonic fan, I would say Sonic.
That is true. I think that the ultimate, like the best kart racer around right now for like the best content, I think is Mario Kart 8 with the booster course pass.
Really?
Getting to double the content in your game for like, what is it, like $15 or something like that? And you get to double the amount of courses in the game up to, I think it's, what was it? It was 48 in the base game, and then you add another 48. I don't know. There's a lot in Mario Kart 8, and it's going to take a while for World to catch up to that, if they even like want to, because usually Mario Kart 8 already had its time in the sun on the Wii U. It had the DLC, they put that out, and then last minute for Switch, they were just like, yeah, let's just make some more because the game sold over like 50 million copies or whatever. So I think Mario Kart 8 is probably like the best kart racer out there currently. I'm sure there's going to be some people that are swearing up and down by Crash Team Racing. I've never tried Crash Team Racing, so I can't comment on it. But people really like Crash Team Racing.
How does Mario Kart 8 run on the Switch 2? Is it?
It runs the same.
Perfect.
There's no extra like Switch 2 patch or anything. But I think the Switch 1 version had like slowdown in like a very rare few instances, and those are just gone on Switch 2.
What's the frame rate like?
Oh, it's 1080p 60.
Let's go.
Oh, okay.
60.
That's
Yeah,
right.
it's locked.
That's all right. We can live with that.
But to get back to your original question, Shadow, right now I would say I would rank them as Kirby, Sonic. See, both Kirby and Sonic, I would both give a 9. But like, it's hard to say which one I would put above the other. I think in this moment I would have to give it to Sonic. Begrudgingly, because like the main thing I'm playing Kirby for is just the city trial, whereas Sonic has a few other things I can kind of get out of it, like the crossover aspect of it. I still go back to Sonic every time they have a new DLC character come out. Like they just had SpongeBob this weekend, so I was doing SpongeBob content. And then Mario Kart World just on the bottom, and that could change. Like I said, I'm willing to go back to Mario Kart World. I just need like, I don't know, some type of shakeup, because it's just I've played everything that I can right now.
All right. Okay. I personally don't have much to say about Kirby Air Riders. I'm not a big kart racer fan, but if I had to pick one to play, I'm probably would pick Sonic Crossroads because of all the cameos and stuff like that. But
And it's got Joker from Persona 5. You love Persona 5.
I love On in Persona 5. Yes.
Jeez.
All right. So that's Kirby Air Riders. Let's move
Go buy
on. Let's go to what y'all call it, the Jeff Keighley Awards. Or wait, let's talk about the Steam Machine real quick though. Let's talk about the Steam Machine real quick, because I think we're gonna get through that real quick before we get really into it. So Valve has announced that they will be coming out with a console hybrid of sorts, a PC, but it is of the Steam function. So is anybody planning to get this at all?
Hell no.
Lord?
We're
I
PC
think
gamers, so we don't really have a need.
I think inevitably at some point I would get one. I think not necessarily for me per se, but I would love to have one in the living room. You know, when someone comes over and they're like, oh, because I always try to convince like family members and friends that you should get a PC, and they're like, no, it's because I have to do console crap. So it would be nice to have it in the living room just to show them, hey, you know what, this is how you can have a PC. And you know, so far I've convinced 2 of my brothers to get one at launch. So. Yeah.
Well, do they know what the price is yet? Because we don't know what the price is yet.
No, we're estimating it's going to be about 600 quid, so that's reasonable for the most part. But
what is that in US? Because they're estimating like 700 to 900 US right now.
Yeah,
it's probably somewhere around that. I think
that's the main issue with this thing.
Like,
so
yeah,
if you want to target
buy
console
PC?
players, you have to make it cheap, because that's one of the
How much is a
appealings
PS5 though?
Because that's one of the appeals of
500,
console gamers.
right? 500 for a PS5.
PS5 is 500
Yeah.
US.
Yeah.
And that just went up
Really?
though, right? Because of tariffs. Because before that, wasn't it like 400 for you guys?
No, the base model is 500 already before tariffs.
Really?
So in theory, it would be even more expensive. But yeah, the appeal of this would be obviously a PC that you can buy and then not have to do any PC confangling with it. It just plugs and plays all your PC games. But if you price this at PC price, most people aren't going to buy this. And another thing I want to mention that a lot of people haven't talked about, as one of the reasons the Steam Deck has not been and will never be a Switch killer, is that Valve doesn't sell this stuff in stores.
That's
true.
I agree.
This is not going to beat any console by any margin if this is just an online thing.
True.
If you can't find this on shelves, mom and dad won't know what the hell this is.
Yeah, it's a
It's not gonna
specialty
sell out.
console.
It's a digital purchase kind of thing. I agree. It's not
So anyone
in-store.
thinking this is going to make Valve like the 3rd or 4th competitor or whatever, it's not. Unless they sell in stores, which I kind of doubt.
No, I don't think they will either.
True, but it does open the door for other, because Valve is also putting out the source code and the operating system out for other manufacturers to do it. And you have your Asus and all these other companies that are going to put out their own versions of it. So it is probably going to sell to a certain extent. I think it's going to sell as well as the Steam Deck has. And the Steam Deck has sold pretty well. I think it's sold pretty well. I think
There's also a quote from Gabe as well that said with the Steam Deck, they priced it
at the way they did in order to like entice people, and they ended up selling it at a loss. And they said for the Steam machine they will not be selling it at a loss. So
Steam makes so much money though from just like the game
somebody
sales.
in
Like,
the chat, somebody in the chat just said the Steam machine will be in stores. Do we have any confirmation on that?
I don't know.
I had heard like rumors that we'd be carrying it, but nothing's concrete. Again, they're still like, again, it's all smoke and mirrors right now. There's no, for all we know, this is like the KFC console. One doesn't actually exist.
I will say for this Steam machine, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think I am on the Steam ecosystem. Like, there's the Apple ecosystem, Android. I am on the Steam ecosystem, and I like Steam's layout on the PC. And you guys know I love the Steam Deck. I feel like, for me personally, it will be at a point where it is too expensive for a lot of people, and they're not going to see the justification for it. But for me, I think unless it's more than $1,000, I'm probably going to get it. Because I can't tell you how much I just want to sometimes play my games on my TV with no hassle. Like, I can't tell you how much I enjoy going from my monitor, my PC setup, to my Steam Deck and just picking up trails where I left off, like, instantly. So just doing this, and I have, my PC setup is in my room. I got my TV in the living room. If I just set this up in the living room and I could just put down my my Steam Deck, I could stop playing on my PC, and I could just go into my living room and pick up trails with the Steam Deck like that. I mean, Steam Machine, whatever it's called. That is pretty cool. I like the idea of having this thing set up in my living room and as a quick PC alternative. Also, I'm not expecting this game, because, like, again, with the Steam Deck, it's not even that powerful. But a lot of JRPGs are not that graphically heavy. So the Steam Deck ends up running it completely.
They've said it will be able to run AAA games at high performance. Which I gotta see to believe, honestly, but that's what they're claiming.
Like, you remember I was talking to my friend about this, and I said when I said the people that would want a Steam machine, and I defined the person that would want it. Shadow basically said everything I said that one time when I was talking to you and Mr. E.
Yeah.
The main people who this seems to be very enticing for, and I have a friend named Tony Polanco, aka Run with Death on Twitter. He's also one of these people who is very interested in the Steam Deck. When I asked him, he said the exact same thing that Shadow said. They would just want their PC library to be able to play comfortably on a console type of setup on their TV. And I'm not sure how many people there are out there like that.
I'm sure there's not a lot.
They are, however much they are definitely going to be paying whatever the Steam machine is. And I'm not sure if that's going to be satisfactory for Valve or not, but it seems like they're ready to figure that out, just like how they're ready to figure out this stuff with the Steam Deck and taking their loss on it and whatnot. I definitely think that they are, with the Steam machine being a thing. I personally think the new big three is Nintendo, PlayStation, and Valve or Steam.
Yeah,
those are the new big three in my eyes.
Interesting.
Microsoft is dead.
I don't think Xbox is moving forward should be a part of the big three anymore.
I think they're a third party right now. They're a third party or service provider more so than
they're never gonna come out and say that actually, but that's how they're moving.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have plans to get this or the Steam machine? Chat? Anybody in the chat?
If I bought it, it would be strictly because I have an itch for new technology. I just can't see like the price being compatible with being impulsive.
That Steam controller looks cool.
I also just don't have a real use for it personally with my setup. Like if I was, I guess, in Shadow's situation, maybe, but I just don't have a use for it.
Me neither.
It's cool. I like the idea. I hope it works out for them. It's just not a product for me.
I'm also personally, as someone who did own a Steam Deck, Steam OS is cool and all, but if someone buys this, like a console gamer, and like Riku, they're adverse to configuring games to get them running, it's not every game, even some games that say verified for Steam Deck / Steam Machine or whatever, you've still got to like go in and configure your resolutions and different things, and it's still going to have like the PC stuff, and it's going to be a Linux based thing as well. So if you want to try and like get anything anti-cheat, so Fortnite will not play on this, Master Chief Collection will not play on this, there's any game that uses anti-cheat will not run on this game console.
There's gonna be workarounds for this at the end of the day. Yeah,
yeah. See, and I'm certain that there will be, but that's the thing. Workarounds. The average consumer, if they buy this and it just doesn't work, they're just gonna get flabbergasted. We're talking about people who don't even know how to activate a SIM card queue. Like these are these are just your average people that just want to. Oh, look, a game that I want to play. Buy it, install. Why can't I play it?
Like, even with my GPD WinMax 2 I have here, and I was giddy to mess around with it. There was a lot of fiddling around that I had to do with it, and I feel like a lot of people who are going out of their way to buy a lot of these portable PC handhelds that have been coming out in recent years, they are realizing, if they weren't playing on PC already, they are realizing, like me, that yeah, there's still a lot of tinkering around with the software and the particular game and getting it to run well.
You've still got to be an enthusiast.
Yeah, and if you're not an enthusiast, it's going to be a rude awakening, and you're going to learn something, which I did, and I'm sure all of the people who own their PC handhelds that aren't the Steam Deck have figured that out as well. And I agree with Blake. There's going to be some level of tinkering that your average console gamer is not going to be used to, and is going to have to get used to when they pick up the Steam Deck.
I don't know about that. I think the Valve ecosystem is going to be friendly. Like, all you got to do is just sign in. Just sign into your Steam account, and it's going to automatically be in bitch picture mode, and it's easily accessible with a controller. I don't think they have to do anything unless you want to do more. If you want to do more, like add stuff to it, that's fine. But it should just be plug in, sign into your Steam account, and play. Download
here's the thing, Shadow. I agree with you. The way they're advertising it, how much is going to be, that how it should work. And we should expect it to work exactly like that.
I expect it to work like the Steam Deck. The Steam Deck is just that easy. Like you don't have to do anything.
The Steam Deck is that easy. You don't really have to do much.
Not always. Famously, when I was trying to configure Sonic Generations, because it's one of those old games that you need like a launcher for.
Not all games are going to be like that. It's gonna be like the majority of games are easily going to be plug and play. Like, you don't have to do a whole bunch of things with launchers. I know personally, Rockstar games, they're a hassle to run on my Steam Deck. Mass Effect is a hassle to run.
Any EA game that like requires Origin, anything Ubisoft with Uplay.
But not the majority of games are going to be like that. You know.
I think the thing too as well, when you consider the average consumer, the average person that might pick this up, that would, as you put it, not be interested in the jank. They're not going back to play all the classics. They're more likely going to pick up the newer stuff that's already like supported on the on the Steam Deck. It's going to have that
for their sake. I hope so.
And I think it'll be fine. I think for the most part, the average person who's not going to be tweaking this thing and wanting to mess about and so forth is just going to pick this up, download the new games that they want to play, and they're going to play it on their Steam Deck. Because if I think about my brothers who are gamers, but they're not like us, they just want to play the new games. They're not going back to play classics. They'll see a classic game like, ooh, I remember that game, but they're looking for the new thing. Oh, what's the new Grand Theft Auto? What's the new Call of Duty? Whatever have you. That's what they want to play.
Yeah, and like we said, I get Blake's point. Like, there are going to be some games that have launcher issues, but it's going to be so few and far between. I think the majority of games that people want to play, especially these casual people, they're just going to be able to easily play them. There's
I'm
not
just
like
interested on how many casual people that's even gonna pick this up.
well,
in the
if
first
again,
place.
if it's being sold in stores, well, that's the biggest indicator.
That's the main thing, because I can tell you right now, Oculus/MetaQuest is only as popular as they are because they partnered with like Best Buy and they have those demo units in the stores and you can try it and you can buy it there. If it was just something you had to order on like Amazon or through through something online, it would not have taken off. You need to appeal to people who don't live on the internet. Because
Yeah,
like
But
we're
the thing
enthusiasts, we
is,
know about the stuff, but they don't.
you have to consider everyone nowadays is on the internet because, like, say when the Steam machine was announced, I got to work to the office and people in the office were talking about it, and they're not gamers. And my brothers were talking about it, and they're gamers, but they're not like us gamers, you know. So to the extent that they were like, "Oh, did you hear about the Steam machine?" And I'm like, "Oh, I have heard about this. This is amazing." And then them being able to sort of like, "Oh, well, I watched this thing on," because it was like on regular news stations as well, you know, like your BBCs and your CNNs and that kind of stuff. They were covering this
BBC.
as
Wait,
well.
what?
I'm just saying.
Pause.
Oh my god.
Crazy.
Bro, we're having a normal
Crazy.
discussion.
Derailed the entire conversation.
He did.
Oh my
He
god.
did.
What do you
He
mean? I
Man,
just repeated 4 letters. I don't know what you're talking. I mean 3 letters. I don't know what you're talking about, guys.
Bro yelled
That's-
it. He
that
said
was-
BBC. like you low to your god.
There.
We were having a normal, like, solid discussion, and then literally the host himself out here acting a mess.
I think you guys are being your mind is in the gutter. Okay, you know, Q.
What?
And my mind is
You
completely
yelled
fine.
BBC like you saw a ghost.
I don't know. I think that's fine. You know, nothing wrong with BBC. It's a good network.
Man, oh man.
Wow.
It's a very
David
good
Attenborough in it. Yeah.
You know.
Uh,
Okay.
Didn't even cross my mind. The one thing as well. Do you think that, because like with my brothers, they were considering picking up PS5s because they both have Xboxes. They were thinking about picking up PS5s, but I told them, hey, you know what? You can play all the PlayStation catalog on here, and they're like, oh, great, I will get the Steam machine. Do you think there are going to be other people swayed by that? Like if it is in stores and stuff like that, and you can tell like, oh, I can pick up Spider-Man on here and God of War and all that kind of stuff.
I think if
That's a big selling
if it definitely, I think this has a good chance of being a casual seller to people who aren't that crazy hardcore like we are into games, constantly following them on YouTube, X, Twitter, whatever have you, Discord. I think it has a really good shot. I think Valve would be very kind of foolish almost to not, get in to penetrate that market. So it's definitely got to be in stores. They got to do some advertising. And to get this to really take off, because if they are, like Riku said, maybe aiming to be in the big 3, there's no reason why this can't do it. Like I think Steam really does have a good market penetration. A good amount of people like it. Like we said, our coworkers know about it. Our friends know about it. They have a really good shot at being in that console talk. So if they're gonna do it, they gotta do it right. If they're looking to just sell it to normal people and a little bit of normal people and people like us, then fine, it's still gonna be successful. But if they really want to get out there and be known, they gotta take certain steps.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So some people said that they were gonna get it if the price is right. Acebreaker said that he's definitely going to get it 100%. He don't matter how much it costs. He loves Gabe Newell's balls in his mouth. That's crazy. Ace, I know.
That
I
does
know
sound
you
like
that.
an Acebreaker opinion.
I know he liked it like that. Yeah, a lot of people saying the price is right. They need more. Some people need more details. Dream Chaser. Yeah, it seems like the price is the big deal. Is the biggest seller point here.
The only reason that I could potentially be swayed is because it does support VR, and having a rig that supports your PC library and VR in your living room is pretty enticing. But again, I can't see them making this affordable.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it happening, especially because of the fact Steam takes 30% off of every game sale on their platform. If they could get more people in the door buying on their platform, that's a win for them. It's a huge win. I can see them doing it. It's 30%. I mean, that's a large amount. It's insane cut. That's like Apple.
I think another thing I'm interested in is the fact that how many people are very invested into the current ecosystem that they are already investing into. and how many people are willing to leave the current ecosystem that they are to go to Steam.
Think about all the people who drop in Xbox, though.
And that's what I'm saying. When I try to answer that question, the only people I can think of are Xbox people. I feel like PlayStation guys are comfortable being on PlayStation. Nintendo guys haven't really moved since the 1990s, and and Xbox people are really the only people that look like they're down bad and ready to either move back to PlayStation because a lot of people who are Xbox guys, they were originally PS2 guys. Okay, they moved to the 360. They probably stayed there, and they're ready to move somewhere else after a quote unquote losing the console war. But outside of them, it's like PC guys are already on PC. Nintendo guys ain't going nowhere, and PlayStation guys they're kind of chilling as well. So it's like maybe they can grab all of those Xbox guys ready to find a new home.
I feel like if you're that interested in your library, you are definitely like people like us, people probably in the chat, people online, that you're gonna figure out a way to sign into Xbox and play your games, because they did say this thing is so open source that you can just bust this thing open and do whatever the hell you want with it. And I feel like you can those type of people will be able to do it. Maybe not casuals, but casuals that not that interested in their game library carrying it that much.
Yeah.
All right, so that's the Steam machine. Acebreaker said yes. He said, "Sir," I said yes. Okay, he's definitely gonna get it. That's good.
I think the like Valve is really like anticipating Microsoft's death at this point, because they definitely saw like, oh, they just stood up from the table, move your feet, lose your seat, let me just get in here real quick.
I could visualize that. That's good.
Yeah, because I mean, the Steam Deck must have been like even if like the Steam Deck didn't touch the Switch sales anywhere even close, it must have done enough for them to be like, okay, let's try this again in a different way.
All right. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's move on to the Jeff Keighley Game Awards. All right, guys.
Oh, sorry. I'm just trying to imitate what it's going to be like when Kojima walks up on stage with Death Stranding 2.
I knew there had to be a reason for that. There had to be. But yes,
that boy Jeff will not hold back.
Okay, there are a lot of categories, in the Game Awards talk. We are only covering the Game of the Year, and we are only covering RPG of the Year. We're not going to cover too much about anything else. So yeah, that being said, let's first start with the Game of the Year for the most part. So the Game of the Year nominees are, we have Claire Obscure Expedition 33, Death Stranding 2 on the Beach, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hades 2, Hollow Knight Goat Song, and Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Mid to mum deliver mid.
Oh, wow, man. I heard a lot about that game. I feel like I want to try that game out.
You should.
How are we feeling about this year's nominees for Game of the Year? Well deserved? Is it a weak lineup this year? What are we thinking?
I like seeing that there's not a lot of generic like AAA cookie cutter games in the Game of the Year. No, conversation is here, which is good. I feel like all these games, from what I've seen, they deserve it. So, yeah.
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah, all these games. Well, besides Death Stranding, I think all these games kind of deserve the talk, and maybe a little less Donkey Kong, but that's something I definitely would have to play. But Hades 2 heard a lot about. I don't know about Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong was good.
Donkey Kong looked phenomenal. I didn't play it, but like everyone said it was great. It looked phenomenal. So
as I remember, we had Astrobot last year. Like you need your platforming representation.
All right. I definitely heard a lot about Hollow Knight Silksong. It broke the internet, or it broke Steam or something like that, right? When it came out, like people
it broke every platform. It crashed the eShop. It crashed the PlayStation Network. I think you could buy it on Xbox, but you couldn't.
Lord?
Yeah, even Steam crashed.
Crazy.
That was wild.
I've heard a lot about Kingdom Come Deliverance. Guys, these aren't JRPGs, so forgive me if my knowledge isn't that big on these. But yeah, I mean, Claire Obscure Expedition 33. I think definitely deserves it. Absolutely. We got a super chat.
100%. We got a super chat from Acebreaker7 saying, "The kingdom has come and so have I." Wait, so have I. Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Let's go. Chat, by the way, I don't know if any of you guys know where Ace lives or anything, but I just need someone to like be around him when Expedition 33 takes Game of the Year, because I don't think he's going. I don't think he's going to be in a good headspace. I need just someone to like be there with him just to make sure he's okay.
Wow.
Yeah, no, Expedition's gonna win. Ain't no way. Like,
Yeah.
so the internet will riot.
So,
What?
I'm gonna.
I say, and it deserves it.
Oh, okay.
I feel
I
like
thought you were just
but
like
guys,
Pokemon DA.
guys,
Let's
Arc
go. And I
Raiders.
was like, what?
Oh my god!
Arc Raiders,
No.
guys.
What?
Listen, aren't you like the Pokey guy here? You're the Pokey guy.
No, that's Blake.
I feel like you are.
Aren't you also a Pokey guy? I feel like you are.
Not
also
to the
a
degree I
Pokey.
used to be.
I feel like
Okay,
you guys
but
are
you are a
co-op.
Pokey guy.
I'm still.
I
the,
played that game
like,
and put it down. Blake 100%ed it. It's shiny.
Okay, so you
I'm
bought
actually-
the game.
I'm still
so you
shiny
gave
hunting right
Pokemon
now,
Company
actually.
money. Okay. So yeah, you're a Pokey guy.
Appreciate the super chat, Acebreaker. Let's see if Kingdom Come gets its recognition. I've heard about it. I haven't heard that much about it. So the way I see it, I'm thinking Expedition 33 is gonna win, but I think there's only two scenarios for Expedition 33. It either wins Game of the Year or it sweeps in all its other categories. I think it's nominated like 7 times throughout everything everywhere else.
It has the most nominations a game has ever had once ever.
I think
I'm gonna
it's
be for real. I think it might sweep, or no. It's not going to sweep because I feel like people would, or they're trying to be, everyone's a winner or some kind of thing. I don't think it'll.
I think it will win all its other categories except Game of the Year. That's what I'm thinking.
So what do you?
But
think
what's it
will
going to
win
go to
then?
though?
Probably.
I can see.
I'll tell you right now.
I gotta look at the lineup. Maybe I don't even know which one. Maybe Silk Song.
I was like,
If it doesn't go to Expedition, it's gonna be Hollow Knight. That's what I think.
Yeah,
Dude, I'm telling you,
You know
like
what?
if
Good
we
for the
were
indies.
if
Good
we
for
were
the
ever
indies.
going to have an indie game win Game of the Year, like this would be the year. Like
Haven't they given it to an indie before?
I don't not Game of the Year. I mean, unless you want to count it Takes
Hey,
Two.
did that one
but-
song
It takes two.
It
Yeah, I
takes
was
two.
gonna say, it
was
takes two.
Yeah, well, they're
That was
indie-ish because EA owns them, but they do. Indie
Like,
work.
I think EA just publishes. I don't think they own them.
Yeah, they publish it. Yeah, right.
Speaking of It Takes Two, I'm surprised Split Fiction wasn't on here.
Yeah, I was
Dude,
surprised
I'm
by that
telling
too.
you, bro. I ain't heard the best things from that game. I've been lied to apparently.
Really?
I've only heard positive personally.
Yeah.
It's like a 90+ on Metacritic.
I haven't
Yeah,
heard
It
much,
Takes
but
Two.
it looked really good.
So what game is missing from here? We think. What games have we
Val,
played
what
this
games
year?
are missing?
Personal opinion or
Wow, what game's missing?
Digimon? That's what's missing.
The other game. The other game.
Ooh, Pokemon Legends
there you
EA,
go.
baby. Let's go.
There it is.
I'm playing
Well, that
EA
game-
right now.
If that
You're
game was
not
on there,
starting this dialogue. Stop this.
we got
Riku, what
narrative
game's
going.
missing? Riku, what game's missing?
Split Fiction.
Split
Really?
Fiction. Okay.
Yeah, I think
I don't-
Split Fiction is the one missing from here.
What would you replace it with?
Probably Death Stranding too.
To be honest, I could see.
I meant
that
for
being
nominations
the
in
one to
general.
drop.
Nominations in general. Oh, Sonic Movie 3 is fucking missing from whatever
Lord.
best adaptation for some fucking reason. Make that make
if
sense.
we're not talking about Game of the Year, we're talking
That
about
one
the
is
other
surprising.
category. Then
Yeah.
I think we all know what's missing.
I'm waiting.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
we'll
He's-
get to that.
Okay,
We'll
talking about
get to
the
that.
topic now,
We're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
In regards to Game of the Year, I would take out Death Stranding 2 for Split Fiction.
So you played Split Fiction? No. Did you
No,
enjoy
but
it?
I will vouch for it over Death Stranding 2.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
Yeah,
Death
where's
Stranding
Devil
2
at?
just
Where's
came and
Devil at?
went.
That boy played Death Stranding.
Does
I thought
anyone
it
know
came and
anyone
went
who's-
as well.
Does
I
anyone know
heard
anyone who's
nothing
actually
about
played that
it.
game?
Me
I
either.
don't know anybody that played Death Stranding 2.
I heard that
Exactly.
it's significantly better than the first one, and it has a great final boss that apparently recontextualizes the whole game, and it's really good. But
Who did you hear that
I mean,
from?
here's
From
the thing.
Jeff Keighley?
no, I heard that from
That would make sense.
Crazy.
I heard this from a trusted hardcore gamer, a friend of mine.
Okay.
But I mean, I guess if we're gonna have one game that Jeff Keighley knows the creator behind, and we will suck him clean off, then I guess that Stranding 2 will be here over Split Fiction. But
Okay.
either or for those two. Maybe get rid of Kingdom Come Deliverance. Just to
Let's go. Let's go.
I think Kingdom Come Deliverance was solid. I think it's Death Stranding. I think that's the game you drop and you put it in for that.
I think the issue is just that none of us have played it, and we just assume it's Kojima bias, and I'm sure to some extent it is. But
I
Kojima
feel like
still
it
makes
is.
great games.
He does too, but I feel like it's definitely biased here because, like I said, I feel like that game just came out and went. I don't even. I want to say when the nominees came out and I saw Death Stranding 2 on here, I was like, that game came out. Like I thought that was like a next year 2026 game or something like that. But
yeah, like it is. And go ahead.
No, so how much did that game even sell? Death Stranding 2, did it sell well?
I didn't hear anything about
it.
Like I said, I think like I said, keep in mind people like our very own Devil May Pie, the Kojima crackheads. Jeff is among them. They buy everything Kojima puts out. So I would assume that it was one of those things where people who enjoy the game quietly enjoy the game, and it's just that people like the usual rage baiters are too dumb to understand it, so they didn't bother. Yeah, I don't know. I would assume that because didn't it get a stupid high Metacritic like Kojima usually does?
It's at an 89 on Metacritic right now.
All right, well, that's not.
Yeah, so it did well enough.
Yeah, it's not bad.
1.4 million is well enough.
Oh well, I was talking about sales. I was talking about reception, critical reception.
Yeah, I think if I had to bet money on this category, I'm going with Expedition 33. If not, I'm going with Silk Song, just because that's a game I definitely heard. I didn't play it, but I heard about it. Everybody was loving it so much. And for the price point, $20 or something like that, or I don't know.
Watch some weird ass turn of events. They just fucking give it to Hades 2.
I know, right? Like we're not even acknowledging Hades 2. It just comes.
So I feel like that's kind of what happened.
Game?
Hey, Hades 2 is great. Yeah, Supergiant makes incredible stuff.
No, they do, but I haven't heard a lot. Like Hades 1, I feel like I heard a lot about. And Hades 2,
well, it's because Hades 2 was in early access for so long, so you could already play most of the game. It's just they just finally patched in like the last story bits and put it on console. To the best of my knowledge, I think Bao knows more, but
yeah, pretty much what you said. It's almost weird to see it here because, like you said, you could play this game before. It had its full release this year.
Oh, that's weird. Then I'd definitely take it off for Split Fiction. Then that's weird. If you could, how long ago could you play this game? Like 2024, 2025, 2024.
Last year.
And then releasing the final version because it was in early access. Yeah, I would definitely. In my opinion, I think it's a good game. Don't get me wrong, but in my opinion, I don't think that should qualify. It seems a little bit weird. I think Split Fiction would have been a better pick. No hate.
Man, Fortnite's still in early access, so I mean, it's cool.
Nah, man. All right. Let's talk about RPG of the year.
Let's talk.
I actually
about
didn't see the nominees for this beforehand, so this will be.
Yeah, I also didn't see the nominees.
So, best RPG at the Game Awards, we have Clay Obscure, Expedition 33, Avowed, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2,
what?
Monster Hunter Wilds, and The Outer Worlds 2.
No Digimon. You have fucking Avowed and no Digimon.
I'm not gonna lie, Avowed is such a weird pick. Like I don't even know what Jeff Keighley was thinking there. Like I guess it's like the panel or the people that vote for this stuff. Actually, did they actually play
Western.
it? We don't have no.
It's Western.
So
yeah, but I mean it's RPG of the year though. It's RPG, not JRPG.
Yeah, but who's out here raising a vow?
There is no JRPG.
Wilds was like breaking sales on Steam and all that, but that game was not it for me. I do not agree with it being here.
I feel like the Outer Worlds
janky.
just came out and they're already putting it up here. That's weird.
Wait, hold up. The Outer Worlds 2 that came out like 3 weeks ago, brother.
Yeah.
That game's frontal lobe has not developed yet.
That's what I feel like too. I feel like that's just on here just because like it's way too recent. I'm surprised it made the cutoff. So yeah, Expedition 33 is here. Kingdom Come Deliverance is here. Yeah, I agree with you guys on Monster Hunter Wilds. Like I heard good things, but I heard it was also not that great. I feel like it was more single player led. It was more story focused, I believe. This one, that one was.
Yeah, and
I'll
the
just
story
say
isn't optional.
It was the first game in the series to disappoint me. That's all I'll say. It's not a bad game. It's not.
Monster
It's just
Gameplay wise, the gameplay is incredible.
yeah.
It's just the
You still
performance
playing it?
optimization. No, I haven't touched it in months. The optimization is just terrible. Like they want you to have like a super beefy PC for it to run half decent, and even then it's like baked in relying on frame gen because the RE engine is not meant to handle a game this size.
Yeah, I did hear about the engine not being too friendly with this one.
Yeah, like Resident Evil, the RE engine works great for, smaller single player titles, but Monster Hunter is not compatible with that thing.
So, what are we thinking for this category, guys? Expedition 33, easy win.
Yeah.
Easy win.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a sweep.
seems like that. It's like I said, for Expedition 33, I think it's either going to win Game of the Year or it's going to win a bunch of other categories. There's no in between with it.
I want it to sweep.
I would love for it to
And
sweep.
obviously-
I also wanted to sweep.
Obviously, there were other categories I saw that actually nominated Final Fantasy Tactics, which begs the question that they're definitely nominating games that are remasters and remakes. So yeah, this does once again Avowed. You shouldn't be here over Digimon and Trails in the Sky First Chapter remake.
Let's
really shouldn't.
talk about it. Let's talk about the games that are missing from this category because it truly makes no sense how Riku just put it. Avowed, the last I checked, Avowed was sitting at an 80 on Metacritic. I heard slightly more bad things about it than good. And then we got games like Digimon and we got Trails in the Sky First Chapter that are in the high 80s, I believe, on Metacritic. Maybe not Digimon. I'm not sure. I know definitely First Chapter is like 88 or something like that. 89 maybe. I don't know.
It's like 88, yeah.
88. So how dare Avowed come here with its I can't even. I don't even know what it is about anyway. But like, why do we think that Digimon and Trails in the Sky First Chapter got pretty much ignored?
They're weebs.
Jeff
Shadow
does not play JRPGs. We've seen this in the past.
You have to be obviously one of the big boys in the JRPG anime aesthetic fields to break that threshold and get into here. Obviously, if this was a Dragon Quest game or a Persona game, this would
Final
be
Fantasy.
In here. Yep. I was more so looking for games that have like the anime aesthetic. Final Fantasy kind of like
I agree
away
with
from
that.
that lately. But that's why I said Persona and Dragon Quest in particular. You could also say Fire Emblem, since the year Fire Emblem Three Houses came out, it won its year. So even Fire Emblem has broken that threshold of being nominated and even winning at the VGAs. So at this point, I'm going to chalk it up to popularity contest. It didn't push the threshold of the popularity thing. That's one thing Trails is still working on. Like it seems like it's doing everything else pretty well. Like it seems like it's got its graphics down. It's putting more voicing in there. It just needs more popularity. I think by the time second chapter remake comes out, we might have to have this conversation again if we see another goofy ass elephant in the room being nominated and second chapter, which most likely will like keep it to 90 on Metacritic. If first chapter remake can solidify to 88, second chapter remake is most likely gonna be something.
I hear you, but careful when a niche series becomes popular.
Careful, exactly. Talk about it, Pelvic.
I'm
People
just
don't
saying.
want Trails to go mainstream. Instead,
Yeah,
they'd
like-
rather
People are still
attack
butthurt.
Westtown HD.
Like,
About
it's very
shit.
mixed. I'm not saying that it doesn't deserve to be nominated. I'm
I
definitely
am.
not in that camp.
Oh.
No, I'm not in that camp where it shouldn't be nominated, where it should just be ignored, because that's also just not acknowledging the hard work that the developers did. Because like, this is a phenomenal game, like a phenomenal remake. There was so much heart and love. The scenes that like we know and love from like the OG Trails games, they're made more impactful because they're more detailed, right? The graphics and all that stuff, and
Exactly, all that stuff.
so
Yeah.
so I love that. I love that. I just so I feel like it not being nominated is just kind of like a fuck you to the developers.
Didn't also
But
Metaphor get nominated last year?
Yeah, it's Atlas.
it had to have been. Yeah.
Yeah, I know,
Did.
but
it
I'm
was,
like I
yeah.
said, once again, I'm just talking about anime aesthetic turn-based JRPGs.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about. So Metaphor
So-
did P3R did? I can't remember. I don't think so.
I don't remember. I have to look at it. But my point is, like, I think two things can be true at once. I think it could be nominated, but it doesn't have to necessarily win or whatever. But an acknowledgement would have been nice, I think.
Yeah.
That said, I also don't want it to be like, oh, super main. Like, it's weird, right? It also feels kind of bad being like, don't be mainstream. The effects of mainstream is what scares me. Of course, do I want more
Yep.
people to
Double-edged
enjoy Trails of? Yes. However, it's the effects of like, hey, we have to broaden, like what makes Trails so great to, its loyal followers is its attention to detail. It's a narrative, how like every time a story beat passes, you talk to a character, blah, blah, blah. Do the masses really want that? I don't really think so, But if they're trying to apply more of that, then maybe they would condense that, which would make the OG fans feel some type of way, and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So it's a balancing act. Yeah, so I feel, yes, I want more people to enjoy Trails. I just don't want the effects of becoming mainstream to infiltrate what makes the Kiseki series special. Does that make sense? Hopefully.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely makes sense.
Yeah.
It's also like you kind of need that mainstreamness to pick up sales. You want sales to increase so they make more games. But it seems that Trails is at a nice, I guess you could say, wavelength or current course that it doesn't need the best sales to keep coming out with games. But if it does penetrate that mainstream market, you do get more sales. But that would in turn probably change up what the series or what the series or what the games are all about. Like you said, Pelvic.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks. I'm just so surprised that Trails got nothing in no other category. It's just like it was just completely and utterly ignored.
It's still Trails is still niche. Like,
Yeah,
still-
but
by far. Absolutely.
I feel like this was the year to like put it up there. Like when it came out, everybody and their mother was saying it was really good. Like we couldn't believe it. Like this is
I
a
have a
really good
question.
remake.
Was Atelier ever nominated for anything before? Because I feel like Atelier is pretty.
Absolutely
I highly doubt
not.
that.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Okay. Well, I remember there was a lot of buzz around that, specifically the one like that introduced the thighs.
Yeah.
That one I felt like got a lot of buzz.
Yeah. I feel like that
But-
one's that series rather is super niche. Like I feel like Trails is niche, but Atelier is super niche. I don't think we'll ever see an Atelier game. If anything, it was going to be this year for Yumiya when Yumiya dropped. That it would be this year, but I don't think Atelier games are ever going to be nominated anywhere in these game awards.
Okay, gotcha. No, I was just trying to think of other niche, things. Yeah, but I guess I don't know. Also, like if indie games can make it, I just don't understand why a niche
Good point.
game can make it. You know what I mean? Like I'm like Expedition 33 is the exception, not the rule, right? But when you look at It Takes Two, I've never heard of that game until, frankly, the Game Awards, if I'm being honest. But clearly, it was very well received and loved and blah blah blah. So I'm like, and was that his first? I don't think that was his first. Was that his first game?
No, Away Out was their first game.
Oh, okay, all right. But point is,
Away
like, I don't
Out?
know.
Away Out, yeah. He plays
No,
the
they
two
did
brothers
Brother
escaping
Tale of
prison.
Two Sons. That was before We Out. Brother Tale of Two Sons was their first game.
Something like that.
I guess my
But
point
yeah,
is
go
that if an indie game can be
Yeah.
nominated, I don't understand why, Kiseki couldn't be nominated.
So are we thinking that indie and niche are kind of the same thing?
Under the same
almost,
umbrella, but
maybe?
they're
They're
definitely
not the same. Yeah,
They're
they're
under
not
the same
s-
umbrella. Similar, but not the same.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
would agree with
yeah.
that, yeah. It's weird though, yeah, because I guess indie more appeals to mainstream people. I guess you could say the masses more than a niche JRPG title. I guess
It's a matter of time because I feel like if you could if Fire Emblem Three Houses came out earlier, or a couple years before it came out, I'm not sure if it would have gotten nominated based off of the fact that it just didn't have the popularity that Fire Emblem now has today. So I personally think that is a very important aspect of getting nominated at these Jeff Keighley Awards is how popular are you? It's a popularity contest. In some aspects, not saying the games that are getting nominated don't deserve it, like E33. It's definitely it's more so a combination of the two. You kind of have to have both.
All right.
I think Game Killer makes a good point. Like, yeah, this is why I was excited when Xenoblade Chronicles 3 got some nominations.
After we bullied him for years to acknowledge Xenoblade.
Yeah, Xenoblade. Yeah,
I didn't know that. Xenoblade,
yeah, it took him a while too.
Ever since Xenoblade 2, he was just like, people just hounded the ever living life out of him for Xenoblade, and then Xenoblade 1 it kind of tipped over. So by the time Xenoblade 3 came around, even when Xenoblade 3 first got announced, everyone was adding him, Jeff, new Xenoblade, Jeff, new Xenoblade. And I remember he tweeted somebody. He tweeted at somebody and was like, "You guys really like Xenoblade" or something like that, because they kept adding him. So yeah, and then it lost RPG to who did it lose to in that year again? Elden Ring. Yeah,
that sounds about right.
If it did, everybody lost to Elden Ring. If it was that, but you heard it here first, Falcom Hive. Apparently, that's what you need to do. There's a person you need to go and sting. It's that boy Jeff Keighley. Get to work.
That's a good point. Yeah, do that.
Just be careful. If Jeff puts trails up on the main stage, you're attracting all the obnoxious little boys and girls who all of a sudden want to be a fan of your franchise. So either pick your poison, buddy.
And they better know how to read, or they
get
filtered out real quick.
They're literally gonna see that video of Q sleeping and go, "I like that guy. I'm gonna do it too."
Damn.
Why do I have to get dragged into this?
That's crazy.
I think the thing as well we have to consider is like what we were talking about before when we spoke about Tales of, with the censorship. When you do have the mainstream, then you do have to censor. You do have to tailor certain things, sort of teams.
Yep, Risha. The first game that comes out after they go mainstream, Risha's titties are getting cut in half.
I'm not even talking about that. No. I'm thinking like the writing. I'm thinking the writing is going to have to be taken out.
I was like, the classes no.
Anything but that.
Look, y'all can get Trails nominated at Game Awards, but Rishi's titties are getting nerfed in half.
Lord.
I was thinking more Chapter 3 stuff, or Chapter.
Yeah, I was thinking that too. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking. But
someone mentioned in the chat about that earlier. Like if that game got remade, would they censor that at all?
He was talking. There was actually a comment. There was actually a comment about that earlier this week.
Wasn't he talking about debating between that or Zero, right?
Yeah, whether they're going to remake Trails in the Sky 3rd or go straight to Zero remake.
No, they're going to remake 3rd. We know it. You know it. I feel it in my soul. Unfortunately.
They say he says a lot of crazy stuff in his interviews. So, yeah, that's just one of them. That's all.
So, all right, panel chat. Let me ask you guys, what is your personal game of the year so far, or this year rather?
Expedition 33.
All right. What about everybody else? Got a personal game of the year?
Expedition 33.
Interesting. Okay. What about you? Anybody else? Blake? Kirby Air Riders, Blake? Yeah. Pokemon ZA?
Shadow. How long have I been on this HPMP, Shadow?
My bad.
Shadow, you know I make a video every year, but I can tell you Expedition 33 will be in my top 3 easily. But will it be number 1? You'll have to wait to find out.
Okay. All right. We got some people saying Xenoblade X Definitive Edition.
Man, let me tell you, bro. If I could take the conglomerate populace of people and slap the shit out of them, I would, bro. The amount of people that did not buy X, bro. I swear, y'all had another chance to experience this shit and y'all skipped it. Y'all need to absolutely be taken out back and stomped the fuck out.
Jesus.
The crazy part
I skipped
is
it with proudly.
The crazy part is now mandatory playing if you want the story of Xenoblade.
Why is it fucking mandatory?
think
Well, you gotta
just
play
talk
them
about
anymore.
the new ending. I guess you could say they probably added more to the ending. Is my guess.
That's not an ending. That's a whole like 20, 30 hours of gameplay. So it's like a whole separate game.
It's an epilogue. It's probably like future connected
Oh my
from
god,
Definitive.
can you just
Shit,
give me
for real?
TLDR, please?
Don't give me TLDR.
You
I'm
still
gonna
haven't
play it
played-
eventually.
I
don't
can't
want
even
it.
do that. You guys haven't even played. I don't know about Shao, but Pelby, you haven't played Xenoblade 3. What's it called?
Future
Future
Connected.
Future
Connected?
Redeemed.
I haven't played Future Connected. That's
Yeah,
true.
I can't even
Still
tell you
hasn't either,
about
which is
X yet.
crazy.
No, he's talking about Future Redeemed, not Future Connected. Two different things.
Yeah.
Wait. Future-
Redeemed is for 3. Connected
Oh, I haven't
is
played
the
Redeemed.
expansion
Sorry,
for it.
I have played Connected. I haven't played. Yeah, thank you. Okay. Yeah, I haven't played the continuation of 3. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah, you have to play
Me
that
neither.
first and then play X.
You
Yes,
have-
they are
Yeah,
mandatory.
I'm not replaying X. You all can
Lord?
kiss my ass.
Wow!
Sorry.
Wow!
Dude,
What are you
dude,
just gonna?
X-
What are you just gonna
X-
YouTube the extra content on?
I swear to God, I will find a way. I'll be like, yo, someone tell me. Just someone
Lord?
tell me.
Wow!
Dog,
Is-
because I'm not playing this fucking game again where like most of it is just like walking everywhere. I can't do
Lord?
it. Like the game
That's
finally
every
gets good.
Xenoblade game, though.
That is every Xenoblade game.
You're right. But at least the other ones have characters I actually give a fuck about. You know?
Mm.
Like
Skill issue.
this one, the X, I was like, I don't give a fuck. Like I don't give a fuck. Xenoblade
Would it
and
entice you if I said they made the side characters more easy to like access their stories now?
No. I don't give a fuck. I do not. Oh my god, that was the other game. Oh my god, when we were talking about things where we hate things hindering our progress, like the loan system. I'm pretty sure X did that. No.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We had to-
That's one of the things I hate
See,
about it. It's one of the things
that's
I
another
complain
thing.
about
Yeah.
it.
That's what oh my god, I was trying to
Uh.
think of what game did that, and it's fucking X. Yeah, see, this is just another reason why. The best part of that game is fucking what, chapter 6, where you finally get your skull. Once you get your skull, I was like, oh man, this is like the coolest thing ever. And it was just riding around, not fighting. Just looking around. That was by far the best part of the fucking
And you
game.
can experience that again.
Dude, I have to do through 5 chapters before I get my skull. No, skilled.
You can skip the side content.
It's that far
also-
in. That's crazy. I didn't. know
It
it
is-
was that far
Yes,
in.
it
It's
is.
30
yes.
hours into the game.
It's not
Jesus
30.
Christ.
No,
It
if you
is also
explore bitch,
worth-
it's not just 30 hours.
It's
like,
30
I probably will. I
Dog,
probably will
I'm-
explore it. So it
I
probably
will-
will be far
When you
more
said
than 30.
Yeah, it will
30
be
hours
far.
in,
That's a lie.
For someone like me,
Was
it'll
that-
probably be far more than 30.
Same, Riku,
That's
same.
crazy.
So don't let these
I
motherfuckers lie to you.
got to stop this madness. Blake, what were you saying?
So, like I was saying, also keep in mind X is still like the shortest Xenoblade game as well.
It is.
Ooh, Lord.
That's saying a lot. If everyone's
It
saying
is.
this,
That's true.
Yeah, that's the most optional side content, but like the actual game
Yeah.
itself is.
I
the
say if you
shortest.
want to crit path it, you can. It's just that you need to explore the planet. You don't even have to do anything with it. You just have to run around, get the node, and then move on.
Yeah, I wasn't about that life.
like I said, Blake, the other night I was thinking about just biting the bullet and saying, "Fuck all this shit. I'll just play Xenoblade X and Future Redeemed." On
Well,
my
I full closure. I still haven't played the new content for X yet. I just rolled the credits. I haven't gone back.
Oh,
I
really?
should at some point. But yeah, hearing Bao say that it's connected to Future Redeemed, Riku, you really need to play fucking Future Redeemed, brother.
Hey,
Come on.
everybody
Play
and their
that.
mother need to play
Because
Future
I
Redeemed.
do not want you to get spoiled on the crazy stuff that happens in there, man. It is like something that you would absolutely hang yourself over if it got spoiled, bruh.
I feel like I think
wouldn't.
Alright.
Future
Spoil it for me,
Redeemed.
I don't even care anymore.
Hey, Future Redeemed is like a 10 out of 10 to me. I think
It's incredible.
that's some
Easily like the best DLC, and I guess I'll just continue to call it a DLC because it didn't get a standalone like Torna. But if that game got a standalone, I would buy 10 copies, man. Oh my
It
gosh,
connects
it's so good.
so much,
Yeah, it's just
so
so good.
freaking much.
So other people in the chat, Game of the Year said Daybreak 2 over Expedition 33.
Lord.
I played a few hours of Daybreak. I can
crack
already tell
addicts.
I'm gonna this new mechanic I'm very, very scared of.
Ooh. We got the somebody said Suikoden remaster because Suikoden 2
That's an
is the
interesting one.
GOAT.
I forgot that was this year.
I forgot that.
That was
came out this
April,
year,
wasn't
too.
it? April or March?
Yeah.
That's crazy how these remasters
Interesting
and stuff is
choice.
coming out and nobody's really caring that much.
That's what I'm saying. We live in a time, dude, where like games come and go so quickly. Like there's so few games that really like stay. Like Persona 5 is one of the few games that stayed. You know,
Like
'Cause
we
they
saying
keep
like for
making- not re-
years or like the rest of the year or something like that. I guess you're talking about years.
I mean, for years. I mean, whether it be Conversation, whether it be like, oh look, they have like a spin-off, the strategy game or whatever that came out. But Conversation, like it's like Persona 5. I'm not gonna say it's like as relevant as like when it first came out, you know, but like it's still. I mean, think about it. It's in the new racing game, right? He was in Smash. Like Joker keeps making an appearance. He's in every mobile game ever.
And just outside of that, outside of gaming, I like sometimes when I listen to YouTube videos, I constantly hear Persona 5 background music from people.
Oh yeah, people love using
because I mean
OST
it's
for background
great.
music.
Behind the Mask is phenomenal, but like, but that's what I'm saying. Persona, I feel like maybe I'm biased, but I feel like Nier Automata is still thing. Maybe not that Persona level, but Nier Automata is still very much like cycles and conversations in and out. And
I see 2B's ass at least once a week on Twitter.
That's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm saying. Still counts. You know? But people still cosplaying 2B. People still talk about Nier Automata or Nier in general. You know, they still do collabs and whatnot. It like Nier Automata is still kind of like, I would say, is one of the few games that are still lasting, you know? When did Expedition 33 first come out?
April this year?
Something like that.
Okay, it's actually lasted pretty long.
Hold up. Do you guys see Hollow Man in the chat and what he just said?
Okay,
I just want to. I
He's
just want to know.
Okay. I do see it.
You're welcome to your opinion. Moving on.
And we are moving on. Yeah. So, but no, I just think there's so few games nowadays that really like stay. I think Expedition 33 has stayed, considering it came out in April. We're in practically December. You know, we're approaching December. Yeah, I would say Expedition 33 is. I remember game. I mean, think about it. Like Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy. I feel like 16 came and went. Even with like the new DLC Leviathan. I swear to God, I've heard nothing about it.
Yeah, nobody's
heard nothing about it.
Remember, I was the one that was using the same.
I will say specifically for 16, the only time I see it mentioned is when it's for some type of discourse about the series.
Yep.
I agree with that. I mean, even oh my God, I fucking lost it. There's like Breath of the Wild 2 even came and went. Zelda, you know what I mean? Like the next big Zelda game. That game came and went. That game, I couldn't believe it. I was
this is the girl that was getting on me when I said a game came and went. She's like, every game comes and goes. Not the Expedition 33.
Yeah, well, most games do come and go, though.
I guess that shows the testament to Expedition 33, then, doesn't it?
I like Expedition 33. Why are you talking like I dislike Expedition?
Oh no, I'm just saying. When you say everything comes and goes, I'm like, not that one.
Do we feel?
But majority of the games come and go. There are hundreds of games coming out every year at this rate.
But this year, when you consider it, how many games like RPGs have come, and this just encompass the entire RPG section that have come out this year that have been like, oh my God, this is a big RPG this year. I think that does have a part to play in it as well. This is despite the fact that I like Expedition 33, but at the same time, this has been a light year. It has.
You might have something about that, maybe. Yeah, I could see that.
I have to look at all the games because I don't know if it's a light year or not.
I think it's a light year when you consider the mainstream.
Do we think Metaphor came and went?
100%. Yeah. That game was gone immediately.
And it deserved it.
I heard people say, "Man, this is incredible," and they cut off mid-sentence. They were gone, bro. It was.
All right, I guess that does happen for some games. I don't think that happened.
Yeah, well, I also just think it also has to do with people's like. I think someone hit it on the head here. Who said it? Jay Arthur. People have shorter attention spans, which I just think is true.
Not the TikTok brain.
I mean, it's kind of true though. You know, people like we're just being fed so many games. Like even like today, or I was just thinking, oh, I should start either Cold Steel 4 or East Oath and Felghana, and like, but I was like, I kind of not in the mood because I really wanted to sit with the ending of Final Fantasy Tactics. You know, because we're just constantly consume. Like beat this game, move on to the next, beat this game. Like back in the day, like when we were kids, we had no responsibilities. We could like beat a game 500 times. We talked about like we were on the playground talking about it, you know. So I think it sticks in our memory. And I understand as a kid, like you know, nostalgia and all that whatnot, right? As an adult, but like we don't. Games just come and go. It's the next thing. It's the next thing.
To what you're saying, Pelvic. So I'm actually following like a lot of, I guess, music related stuff, and you see this a lot there as well. Like I think it was last November, Kendrick Lamar's GNX album came out. A month later, keep in mind, a whole album, a month later, people are like, "Oh, y'all still listening to this? It's so old." And I was kind of flabbergasted
Jeez.
at like how quickly
crazy.
the rotation of stuff just moves nowadays.
So
Yeah, it's
are
freaky.
we inadvertently saying that we would rather watch a TV show week to week than binge watch all the episodes?
No, I'm a
Yes,
binger.
actually, not for me personally, but people would say that. I'll give you the perfect example. Riku, you'll back me up on this. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. When Netflix had whatever season that was, where they put all the episodes up, people were pissed because they wanted it week to week.
Yeah.
Really?
JoJo's part,
Yeah.
JoJo's Part 6.
People
Stone
said they
Ocean.
ruined JoJo.
Yeah, it was when
Why?
the release of I will explain it. JoJo's Part 6, Stone Ocean, when it came to Netflix, the thing prior to that, when it was releasing on Crunchyroll weekly, the JoJo's community basically created something called JoJo Fridays, where basically every Friday, JoJo's as a franchise would trend because people would be hyped for the new JoJo's episode. You would see it on your feed nonstop about whatever the new episode was, people talking about it, videos and all of that stuff. When JoJo's Part 6 Stone Ocean came out, that's when Netflix decided to drop it in batches. They would release like, it was like a total of 38 episodes, but they released the first 13 in like a November. And then like 6 months later, they released the next 13 episodes. And then another 6 months later, they released the next 13 episodes. What ended up happening when they released it like that was the first 13 episodes came out. There was a little spike. Oh my God. People aren't really talking about one episode in particular. They're talking about the batches. Oh yeah, that episode was cool. But what about this episode? What about this episode? And that kind of like spike lasted for like 48 hours at most. And then, no one talked about JoJo's for 6 months. And then by the time batch 2 came out, half of the people that were there hyped about it came back and talked about it, and they only talked about it for 48 hours and then didn't talk about it for the next 6 months until the third batch came out. And by the time the third batch came out, a lot of people didn't even know it came out because one, Netflix didn't even advertise that the third batch was out, and secondly, people were like, "Oh, I kind of didn't want to wait this long for it. This whole like release schedule was kind of dumb, and they kind of killed it for me." So that killed a lot of hype for the conversation around JoJo's Part 6, and now people are concerned about the release for JoJo's Part 7 Steel Ball Run next year, hoping that they don't release it in these batch formats. But yeah, this whole binge culture and mid-season finale type of releases, they don't really work that well when it comes to anime.
Don't fucking start with me mid-season finale shit. Oh my God. This is like my new fucking hate thing. Like full disclosure, I'm a binger as fuck. Like I will not watch an anime until all the episodes are out because I will forget. Like I will just fall off the week to week. This has happened multiple times and I hate myself for it.
I didn't
understand
mean
your point,
to turn
though.
into Anime Cup podcast, but okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Let it continue.
Well,
go
it's
ahead.
in the same vein of just like video games, I guess. Like, sure, we don't have like, video games, we have like the part 1, part 2, but I don't think that's as bad as like, here's a half of a season, like of finale, half season of finale or whatever.
So we think the quality of gaming is just going down, or there's just not a lot of love put into gaming that's causing these games to just come and go? Is that what we're saying?
I actually think it's more human brain rot.
Yeah, I think it's on a human aspect, not
because I would find it so disrespectful to be like,
what game should be still talked about right now then?
Death Stranding's a good one. Remember how much people hyped up that first game? And it's nominated for Game of the Year, but no one's been talking about it.
I feel like Death Stranding probably has something to say, and if you talk to someone who's heavy into Death Stranding, they could probably talk you under a table about all of the themes and things inside there. So you could say Death Stranding is a good example of a game that probably should have been talked about more, but the combination of short attention span, the level of people's media literacy, and it being the most Hideo Kojima game out there, those three combinations probably hurt it.
Honestly, we can give a ton of examples, not just from this year, but recent years, like Starfield, Outer Worlds 2, which came out this year. Like a lot of these games, they kind of get hyped up before release. You may see it to varying degrees, and when they come out,
they can't.
Nothing past release day.
Starfield was kind of like it was mixed. Outer Worlds 1 came out. I think people did enjoy it, but it wasn't that big of a deal after it came out.
Remember, they hyped the hell out the second one, though. It even had a lot of controversy helping the conversation along. And then it came out, and didn't really hear too much about it.
Yeah, that is true. But I'm gonna bring it back to Metaphor real quick. It came out. People really did enjoy it. I think we all of us heard about Metaphor when it came out.
Ooh,
I think
Ghost of Yote is a good one, Arthur.
Oh
That is
yeah,
a
that's
good
true.
one. I'm
That one
surprised that
did recently come out. But should
Yeah,
we still?
that game released to obscurity, bro.
So
Nobody
should
talked about that shit.
should we still be talking about Metaphor at this point? Like, seeing people talk about it, seeing people at
I would
cosplay
say,
conventions and stuff like that.
Despite my issues with it, it is a giant conglomeration of Alice's ideas. It took for freaking ever to come out. They advertised the hell out of it. So many content creators got like flown out to play it early.
Yep. So true.
Yeah.
True.
Really got flued out.
Yep,
Okay.
we sure did. And there was like a Metaphor party or whatever, like at the end.
So
Not even to
Metaphor,
play it early, but like after the fact.
I feel like it's still around. It's still like people like
No.
I
That's Atlas making it a thing, though. Like Atlas flew creators out to make it a thing. I'm saying like after the fact, like people, like take just creators out. Take like your ordinary person. Who the fuck is talking about it?
Okay, yeah, I guess so. Yeah,
That's
True.
my question. Not Atlas like prompting people to talk about it. Like, look, we flew out these creators. Let's get some traction about it. No, like who is just like people don't like E33 indie game doesn't have to fly anybody out for everyone to like for E33 to be on everyone's tongue. You know what I mean? So
Which is weird.
And I can
because
see
that's
someone
such a-
making the argument of like, oh, people will beat a game and move on. But yeah, that's true. But like we said earlier, you look at something like Persona 5, people like still talk about that game for years and years after its release. So you just don't really see that anymore.
Yeah, and I will say for Persona 5, it's not about its like spin-offs and everything like that. It's just the initial game had such a cultural impact, and people are still talking about it to this day.
Wake
up,
up, get out there.
I also wonder if because there's so many games out right now, not everyone is playing the same thing. Sometimes, right? Like when a big game comes out or something, like if Persona 6, right? Everyone will be playing Persona 6. Got it. But because there's so many, let's say, I don't know, like double A, or single A, whatever titles, not everyone's playing the same one. So I wonder if that like camaraderie, that like kind of bonding people had when one game came out, like back in the day, like when Pokemon Red and Blue came out, that was the thing everybody was playing, on the playground, and that's what everybody talked about. But because we have so many games to play,
Yeah, I agree with
everyone
that
has
take.
a backlog. Are we all playing the same?
Oversaturation.
Yes, I agree. Some people like you all know me. I play like old games. I play some new games too, right? Like I did play Trails in the Sky First Chapter Remake, but at the same time, I'm also playing Final Fantasy Tactics, which I get is like remade and blah blah blah. But like Legend of Legaia, who the fuck is playing Legend of Legaia this year? Only me. So who the fuck am I going to talk to about that game, right? So I just think that's another like kind of breaking point, like lack of connection and stuff like that. So
Yeah,
Okay.
where like FOMO comes in. People are talking about a game. People want to be included on the conversation because they don't know if the conversation will still be there by the time they get to it.
Raptor brings up another good point. Everyone's playing free to play games that kind of are designed to keep you coming
Yeah,
back.
eat
That
your
is
time
true.
up, and roguelikes too. Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even think of that. That's a really good point.
Those are definitely eating up a lot of people's time.
Interesting. So it's just a different time, different wavelength. How people
it
think.
depends on what you want to play. Like if you're one of those weirdos like Aceberger playing Uma Musume, you're gonna be there forever. So.
Jeez, okay.
Oh man. All
Yeah.
right. Let's talk about our last topic. Let's talk about we didn't talk about this. Happened a couple of weeks ago. Let's talk about GTA 6 real quick being delayed.
Just forgot about that already, honestly.
Like I
I try
know
to keep GTA 6 out of my brain. I'll play it when it comes out, but I'm not.
Fun fact,
chomping
that
at the
game was
bit for
supposed
it.
to be out by now. We still haven't seen a single piece of gameplay for it.
that is true. Like it's kind of weird how we don't have any gameplay for GTA 6 at the moment.
Bro, I'm telling you, man, they spent too much time making strippers sweat in real time.
Oh my
They
God.
forgot to add guns and carjacking to the game, bro.
I guess this doesn't affect too many people. I mean, I know we're a JRPG podcast. We're talking about GTA, but it is a big deal. It's going to be a cultural worldwide impact. Almost, it's probably going to be a holiday or something like that. To see this game again delayed again. Do we think that the primary reason is to get the quality up, maybe, or?
Well, rumor has it they're having a lot of issues behind the scenes at Rockstar. So
Interesting.
apparently,
Didn't the main writer for all the GTA games like left a few years ago? So
he did, and he made that really crappy game. Tet was like underdeveloped.
Oh
and
yes.
I don't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
It came out this year. It was really freaking bad.
Yeah. What was that game? Yeah. Very bad.
So
Mind's Eye. Yeah.
Mind
Oh,
Eye,
my-
yeah, it was,
Oh, that was the developers of GTA. That was Rockstar.
The
you
writer.
can definitely tell.
He left and made his own thing.
Oh, okay.
And the thing is, too, is I want to give that game a try, like after they patch it. But from what it sounds like, they're not patching it. So
I think they went under.
yeah, they might be dead.
That sucks. It really does suck that GTA got delayed again. I'm looking forward to playing it. I mean, we're getting a lot of things before GTA 6. I plan to be around in November of 2026, so I guess I can wait. No problem. I don't know if everybody here is gonna play it, because I feel like everybody, maybe not Pelvic. I don't think Pelvic's gonna.
Yeah.
play it.
It's probably
Yeah.
still my most anticipated game of next
Not
year,
playing it either,
right up
so.
there with Fire Emblem. I'm a huge GTA fan, so I am looking forward to it.
I love all the GTA
You like
games.
throwing
They're
bitches
very
out of their
good.
cars, Bow.
Yeah,
Oh
buddy.
my god. Oh man.
Oh, Cranberry super chat. Blake.
Super chat from Cranberry, the
Big
usual
boy
man
super
himself.
chat. Let's
Welcome back, Cranberry. Woo! $50 super chat. We love you, Cranberry. Welcome in. He says, late to the party. But shout out to you guys for being there more than my father.
Oh,
Always
man.
love listening back during work. Keep it up. He must be one of Q's many kids, because that does sound like something that.
Hey,
that's,
yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. All right.
Thank
Always
you
appreciate you, Cranberry.
so much, Cranberry. Thank you so much, man.
Cranberry, I don't know if you know this, Cranberry, because you weren't here earlier, but you just paid for Shadow's copy of Dispatch. So everybody clap in the chat. Woo! Shadow's
That
copy of
is
Dispatch.
crazy.
I don't know, man. Luffy might have some. I mean, my friend might have
My
some.
brother in Christ, support this damn company because I need more of this. I swear.
Appreciate you, Cranberry. Love you, man. But yeah, GTA 6 being delayed, kind of sad. But it gives everybody enough time to get ready for it. Gives everybody a lot of time to get ready for it.
It gives Blake time to mentally prepare for the release.
Don't get me started.
It's gonna come out when it comes out, and hopefully, I think more than anything else, if it comes out working well, running well, I think that's what people are gonna appreciate. Than if it comes out and then it's not working properly, or it's broken, or
I'm
whatever
just
have
saying,
you.
it would be pretty funny if it came out like Cyberpunk did.
That's the thing. No one
It
wants
could
that.
happen.
That's interesting. You should say that. And first of all, Cranberry, your super chat is probably not going towards Dispatch. I just don't want you to get your hopes up there. I do want to play it though, but you know.
Lord?
I swear to God.
And again, appreciate the super chat, Cranberry. Thank you. The thing about that was for Grand Theft Auto, and my brother was discussing it, and he thinks that Grand Theft Auto is gonna launch flawlessly. Like it's gonna launch absolutely perfect, no bugs, no
was the last time the
fixes,
game did that,
no
though?
nothing. It's just gonna be perfect day one and not need anything. And I was just calling him crazy for that kind of, and I'm just like, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think the most likely, more likely scenario is, like we said, it launches like Cyberpunk in comparison to it launching flawlessly. It could launch good, but I don't think it's gonna launch flawlessly. I mean, if any company is capable of doing it, it's definitely Rockstar, and I would love for them to actually do it. To set to examples, other companies will be like, if you take your time, if you give it some love, if you iron out the edges, you get a product that's good and everybody will buy it. But I think even if Grand Theft Auto did, it's the exception, not the rule.
As I keep in mind as well, like Nintendo's like first party games are usually that case, and people still don't listen. So I don't know if maybe a Big Brother Rockstar does it, people will start turning their head. But otherwise, people are still going to rush their games to market if they feel like they have to.
Yeah, easily. Exactly. That's one of the points I was trying to make. They're gonna rush it.
Nothing will change. It's just people are gonna figure out how the physics on stripper sweat works, and they're gonna go crazy. But
oh man. All right. Some people. GTA has its problems, but it was a great playthrough on PS3. GTA 5. Yeah, GTA 5 I haven't played. I haven't replayed on the story mode for GTA 5. I haven't replayed.
man,
from
I
when it
can't
released.
remember the last time I replayed it. Yeah, so they got all these damn next gen versions, so I'm not short on ways to play it.
Yeah. All right. Any other topics that we want to go about? What didn't we talk about? Is there anything we didn't talk about? Can't really remember. Chat, help us out. What other things happened these last couple of weeks? Kind of don't remember.
Let's talk about your president, JK.
Oh my God, no. God, no. We are not about that life when it comes to this podcast.
Please.
Absolutely not.
Pokemon ZA got
His
the
man
DLC
said the
shown off.
Epstein file.
Wait, what happened?
Oh man, let's talk about the Epstein files.
Oh my God. Did they release them?
Bro.
Nah, let me not. Let me not.
Oh,
Is
Lord.
Riku in there? That'd be crazy.
Whoa.
That if I see anybody, if I see any of you people on that Steam files, what the fuck?
Oh man.
Now
Just remember-
Fury said Sonic 3 not being nominated.
Yeah. See, and the crazy part about that too is that they nominated the fucking stupid ass Indiana Jones game for Xbox. They nominated that shit. That shit came out December 9th of last year. Sonic came out before. No, yeah, Sonic came out before that. And they just they nominated, what was it, Until Dawn as one of the games. Bro, who? There was an Until Dawn show. Like what?
Wait, Sonic 3. What category was that in?
Movie.
It wasn't.
It should have been in the movie category, but it wasn't.
In best
nominated.
movie or best adaptation. They got like Minecraft, Until Dawn.
Do you think?
What else?
Oh, do you guys think for the Game Awards, like Jeff Keighley has to get like permission to even nominate some of these games? Like they need like some type of compensation from the publisher or developer to even get them on the game on the Game Awards.
You don't think so? I don't know.
I doubt.
Why
If
would
anything,
they
I feel
do
like there
that?
could be pressure to not put someone on there, like the inside the industry. But,
I think the pressure would come from the industry.
like,
not
for
from
example,
the
like I could see them putting pressure to not nominate like Harry Potter because of reasons.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that has to
Like
do with
something
the
like that, I
industry.
could see it, but that's kind of it.
It's more so the industry, less so the publishers. I don't think the publishers really have much of a sway.
Because it doesn't make any sense why Sonic wouldn't be nominated. Like, what other games were in there?
No,
Maybe Jeff just hates
they simply forgot.
They simply forgot. How did they? Wait, when
They
did Sonic
don't
3 even
care.
come out?
It was December of last year.
But that doesn't count as this year.
But
yeah.
Indiana Jones Q came out in December of last year. And it's
No, that's some
nominated.
bullshit.
Remember, the Game Awards loves to play fast and loose. So if they like your game and your game comes out in December, they'll nominate it. But if they don't, they'll just say, "Oh, you missed the cutoff time, and because this was last year, it doesn't qualify." They've done this multiple times for different games.
Yeah, I remember when they did it for Xenoblade 2. I was really upset.
Yeah, that was like one of the big instances. They're like, "Oh, sorry, it doesn't qualify because it came out in December." But I remember Smash Bros. Ultimate got nominated for Best Fighting Game, and it won Best Fighting Game, but it came out literally on the day of the Game Awards the previous year.
Okay,
Yeah,
to be
so-
fair, that's Xenoblade Chronicles 2. So are we really that upset about it?
Oh man, no
That's
Xenoblade
crazy.
Chronicles 2 disrespect. Except for the gotcha summoning, no disrespect.
No,
we
it's
could
disrespect.
we
On
could
the
talk about.
subject of that, I've heard people want a re-release of 2 already.
I was about to say that, yeah, that Shadow, you, I saw you tweeting about it, about stuff that you'd want in a hypothetical Switch 2 version of Xenoblade 2
Oh yeah,
or re-release, yeah.
yeah, like yeah, that would be.
What would that look like though, Shadow? Like, how would you want to attain Blades then?
So instead of like, I think maybe keep it, but just give us an infinite amount so you can just keep doing it no matter what, because I can't see them going into the whole game and like you said, like make a whole plan. You gotta restructure the whole game essentially. So I would say just
Personally,
take out the whatchamacallit, the currency you need to get to do the gacha roll, or just make it in abundance, infinite or something like that, and you'll eventually just get what you need.
personally, I feel like they should just get rid of the commons, and then if they want to leave the gacha in specifically for any of like the ones that were created, fine. But like, I think they should just get rid of all of the commons, all of like the generic basic bitches, and just like, I don't know, make like side quests for them, and then like you just acquire them like in Xenoblade 3.
I think that works. Although, yeah, I guess that would kind of be like the only real.
Yeah, but don't you
option.
need? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Finish your thought, and then I'll come in. Sorry.
Well, no, not really. I'm assuming you're going to talk about like the field skills or whatever.
Exactly. That's
Man,
what
get
I was
rid of
going to
field
ask.
skills.
Remove
Yeah,
it
entirely.
Wasn't needed. Hated it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm in agreement.
Completely not needed.
Yep.
Yeah, get rid of that.
Okay.
I think I had one instance in which I didn't have the right field skill or the right blade at the right level to progress.
I did.
It's just so annoying.
Yeah.
I can't remember the like names of anything anymore because it's been so long. But I was in the ice area. I had just gotten Wolfric, and I needed like specifically, I think it was like a level like I was a stupid high fire one. And I didn't have any fire blades, so I literally had to farm for hours to get enough core crystals to try and summon one. And it wasn't enough just to have one. I needed to have like there was a specific one that was like really good for it. It was just field skills bad.
Yeah, if there is a Xenoblade 2 remaster, there's a lot of things they can work on easily.
Yeah, give it more time in the oven as well.
Yeah. Maybe lip sync the freaking voice acting for one. You could do that too.
Man, the voice acting, that's
Oh my god.
Or just don't remake it. Maybe just look at Xenoblade 4. How about that?
Yeah, I'd rather take that. Honestly, yeah, I'd rather take that.
If they
Why?
call it
I don't know.
Xenoblade
Like
4 next.
it's such a weird thing. Like I'm guilty of it too. But now, like looking back, 'cause I made a video, I think of like games I want to remastered, or maybe I didn't. I don't know. But like, I just feel like it's so like games that don't need to be remastered or remade are being remastered and remade.
Like
and I'm
Last of Us.
but why? Yeah. Or like Berseria, I think. I'm just like, but why? You know, there are certain games where like I look at Persona Reload and I'm like, yeah, Persona 3 specifically, yeah. But I don't even think, wow, don't get me wrong, I'm going to play the fuck out of Persona 4 Remake. But did we need one?
Oh god, I forgot about
No.
that.
No, that bro, they were Mike that leaked, and then they were like, guys, you need to make something in Unreal now. It goes live tonight. Because they literally just showed the street and him walking down the street, and that was it.
that
Flash title card.
was that announced this year?
It was, yeah. It was
Yeah.
at the Game Fest.
But, like,
no.
Yeah, I agree. That's like definitely how it happened. But at the same time, do we need a Persona 4 Like Persona 4 is now very accessible, right? It's on Switch, it's on PlayStation, it's on like we have Persona 4. Persona 3 I think needed it, right? Persona 3 is kind of a little bit archaic, you know, and I say this as a Persona 3 lover. But they're just games that are being remade that just don't need to be remade, and I don't understand why. Like people keep buying them and people I just don't.
You hit the nail right on the head with that sentence right there, because people
keep buying them.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
You should
I'll never
save
forget the
remakes for
Skyrim
stuff that
guy.
needs it.
Didn't the
But I also
Skyrim
say-
guy, wasn't he like, or someone asked him, keep
Howard.
making Skyrim, and he was
yeah,
just like,
right.
well, people keep buying them or some shit like that. I don't know. But it was
Yep,
like something
that's
to
what
that
he
effect.
said.
No, the quote was stop remaking Skyrim, and he said stop buying it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not wrong though.
I think we
know?
talked about it with Berseria, is that it's probably just like low effort, low hanging fruit for them to do, and it's just an easy return on investment.
Which game?
That's like any remaster for the most part. Remasters that come out. I don't know about Persona 4. I feel like a Persona 4 remake, I don't know if it's warranted, but I feel like I'm torn between it's warranted and just my personal feelings on Persona 4 that I just really want to play Persona 4 again. So I don't really mind.
Like I said, I love Persona 4. I'm going to play Persona 4. So, you know, like I understand, but I'm like, did we need it? Like this could just be Persona 6. Like take the team and make Persona 6. Take this development time and just make this Persona 6.
I'll tell you what. After this Persona 4 remake, you damn sure know they're not gonna mess around with no Persona 1 and 2 remake. They definitely
That's
going
a
straight
damn
to 6
sure.
after this.
That's a damn sure.
Well, Yeah, and that's like another thing. I'm like games that someone quoted me, so I was like 7. Why? So in regards to Dragon Quest 7, I was like 7. Why are they remaking or reimagining 7? Like, ew, because I hate. I'm a certified Dragon Quest 7 hater. But someone quote tweeted me and gave me some food for thought. They were like, "We've lost the plot." Or no, I said I don't like 7. Why not remake 8? And someone quote tweeted me and was like, "I feel like people lost the plot of what the point of remakes is." And I thought about it because 8 is already like perfect. Dragon Quest 8 is phenomenal. I love it and it's great. 7, on the other hand, desperately needed help. Like I played the quote unquote like easy version of 7. I played it on the 3DS. Like the PlayStation version is like significantly longer because like for the first battle, to get to the first battle, I think it took like 3 hours, and then to open up the battle system, like to get like classes and stuff like that, took like 20 hours. Imagine not getting a fucking Persona for 20 hours in Persona 5. That's crazy, you know. So I thought about it and I was like, I guess Persona or Dragon Quest 7 is acceptable for a remake or a reimagining, I suppose now. So like certain games I can understand need it or are deserving. Like the games that were never great. Maybe that could be reserved for a remake or reimagining, whatever.
Persona 1 and 2.
I agree. I'm not I agree. Persona 1, like Atlas just forgot about Persona 1 and 2.
We all know Persona starts with Persona 3. There is no 1 and 2. This is a special series that just started with 3, with the number 3.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's what Atlas sure hell believes. You know?
I could have swore we also did have this conversation a podcast or two ago about should they spend time making remakes of games that didn't stick the mark their first time, or are remakes really for celebrating the games that made that company successful and the games that we love and hold dear?
I'm more on that side.
The person who quote tweeted you and said, "I think we missed the plot or purpose of remakes." I'm not sure if I agree with that. I don't think there is a number one reason to make a remake over any other reason to make a remake. There's obviously multiple reasons. One could be because a game wasn't good and we would like to see that remade and be done well a second attempt. I would love that to be the case. But obviously, if a game is not good and you heard it's getting remade, if that not good game has a stigma associated with it, some people might not want to give it that second go around. And even if that second go around is good, if it has that stigma associated with it, the game might not even sell well to begin with, even if it's in a good state now. And that is a risk a company has to take when it comes to remaking a game that is bad and they try to make it good versus a game that is good getting a remake that will most likely be faithful and good as well. You know,
Yeah,
so it's like there's
I
a
feel
whole
like
bunch of things.
that's the first thing
Fair
the
point.
companies probably think about. Like, how was this game received before, and if we remake it now, is it the best return on investment for the most part?
Yeah, that's why when you see these remakes, they always go. They don't usually start from the first one. Like we didn't get, you know, it's like they start from like Resident Evil 2 even though you had that GameCube one, sure.
Yeah.
But in you know the super modern ones, they started from Resident Evil 2. They started with Metal Gear Solid 3. They started with
Yeah.
So it's like they're going for like the ones that really did it for
Easy.
them. Like,
Yeah. Easy to make money for. It's not a risk.
Final Fantasy 7 remake, but what about 1 through 6? I mean, yeah, we got the 8 the pixel remasters, but like they didn't get the 7 treatment. What even happened to that Final Fantasy 9 remake? What happened to that?
Yeah, I don't even know. I think it was a rumor that just like it was a nothing burger, probably.
It was part of the
wasn't a
NVIDIA
rumor.
leak.
Yeah, it was something.
What?
There's a lot of things when it comes to that stuff. I will say this about the remake trend though. I will absolutely support and accept this remake trend over all of the other gaming trends that we've had in the past decade. The microtransactions, the free to play games, the battle royales, the battle passes, all of those. I will take the remake trend over all of them any day of the week, because at least like I said, majority of these remakes that have been coming out as of late, they've been pretty damn faithful to their original version and have been doing them justice. And I will take that any day. I will take that any day of the week over the next battle royale coming out. And companies losing their creativity because they're trying to follow whatever the fuck the trend is. Remember the
Concord.
open world trend? Oh my fucking god, that destroyed dinosaurs.
Yeah, I mean that probably destroyed Final Fantasy 13.
It destroyed a lot of games that had no reason to be messing around with that trend, but they just did it because that was the trend.
2015. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what I have to say about that.
All right. I think that's all for today. That's all for our podcast. Chat, appreciate you guys coming out. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you are here with us. Appreciate you so much. Let me see. Sonic Unleashed remake. I don't know about that. Digital Devil Saga 1 and 2 remake remaster. That.
Oh yeah, the Digital Devil
I don't know if I would have took that over Persona 4 remake. I don't know. Maybe
I would.
I feel like I would.
I would.
Only because that Persona 4 Golden version that
Like,
we currently have right now is kind of good enough.
Yes. I don't understand what more do you want. We have Golden. And Golden's great.
I don't know. When I see
If Atlas is going to do anything after this, it definitely should be those two. If they are going to dig in their vault and do something else, and they're not going to touch Persona 4, Persona 1 and 2, then it should be these Digital Devil Dingus games.
Think about it. They gave us Rido. They gave us fucking Rido remaster.
I forgot about that.
That is
Listen,
true.
I enjoyed Rido.
I mean, we also got a
It was
brand
tough.
new Soul Hackers as well. So like, what's
Goat
going on there?
Hackers? What? Okay.
But yeah, like we got Rido, so I'm kind of I agree actually. I'm shocked that because the digital dingo. What did you say?
Digital Devil
Dingus.
Digital Devil Dingus.
Digital devil dingus games.
Wow.
Like I feel like, but I've heard great things about them. I really have.
They're good.
But I've never played them. You know what I mean? So I would like to.
You would adore them. They're right
Yeah.
up your alley.
I'm excited. I would love to play them.
Oh, did they
But
lose the
alas.
source code or some bullshit?
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh fuck.
We got re-releases on like the PSN a couple years back.
Oh, okay. So
Xenogear. What was this? Xenogears remake is basically the most demanded JRPG remake ever. Said no one except Jen.
I'm pretty sure
No
most
way.
people would agree
Nah.
with that.
Nah, it's crazy.
I
Nah,
think
that's
I
crazy.
feel like that is one of those instances where it's like they could do a better attempt at certain aspects.
They could, like the Tower of, was it Babylon or some shit? Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
brother.
I just,
Yes, sir.
Or just this too
Platforming.
in general.
Dog,
obviously.
I-
Random encounters. Let's
no,
go.
take that whole game and throw it away. I don't give a
Please.
fuck. Take it away. I can't
I
stand
think it deserves.
Xenogears.
I think with the Xeno franchise being in the state that it is in right now, which seems like a good state, I think Xenogears deserves to be a second attempt.
Can
I
it
can agree
not?
to that.
And I don't want them to expand.
Like
on
it
the
was done
second
dirty,
disc.
man.
I was so grateful that they ran out of space or whatever the fuck
Lore?
time it was. I was so
Wow,
grateful.
Rocket.
I was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
oh my god.
Tell
It-
Dog,
why?
I wanted it to end. I was like, please end my misery, bro.
Why
I
are you
was
the
like,
number
please.
one Xenogears hater? Like, what's
Dude,
going
because
on
it's a
here?
game that sniffs its own farts. I feel like it thinks it's more profound than what it actually is. The same, it's so funny.
Oh
The
my
same
God.
way how Valve feels about Nier Automata.
I was
is
gonna
how
say
I
the
feel
same
about
thing.
Xenogears. I
Yeah.
feel like, I swear to God, because no, I think Xenogears is also far more complex than it is complex and convoluted than what it needs to be, because I believe every character resembles some like a philosophy of oh my god, psychology. I was literally talking about this to someone yesterday, but point is, it's way more convoluted than what it needs to be.
Don't
I
you think a second attempt at trying to flesh that out would help it though?
Okay, my normal not hater brain of Xenogears would agree with you, but because I'm a hater, I'm just like, or we could just use
At
it for
least
something
you know
else,
what
please.
you are.
So
I
hold
know.
on. Chat.
But
what-
Xenogears has moments, okay? It has moments. I can think of moments where I was like, yeah, like Ramses is the best
Yeah.
character ever.
Or
I
like
love him
even
so much.
The
Shavat?
floating ship.
Solaris? I love Solaris so
Take the
much.
ship with you.
I named my fucking Animal Crossing island Solaris, okay? So
Of
I
course.
gave Xenogears its due. The whole Solaris arc was the best part of that fucking game. The best part. And Shavat. I kind of like Shavat as well.
So
That's it.
what would we rather take? A Xenogears remake from Square Enix or a Parasite Eve remake from Square Enix?
Parasite Eve, hard.
I will say Parasite Eve because I don't trust Square to remake Xenogears.
That's interesting. I have
You know
the
what?
exact
That's so
same
true.
thing. I don't trust Square Enix with Parasite Eve though. Not right now.
Oh, okay, damn. You guys make a very good point. Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
how about
then-
this? For the sake of, let's say you get a faith. This is the best faithful remake of this game that you could possibly ask for. Would you want
Parasite
it
Eve.
for Xenogears or would you want it for Parasite Eve?
Parasite
Eve,
Eve.
no
Yes.
contest. No contest.
Well, I haven't played Parasite Eve, so I can't vote.
Parasite
I
Eve
won't say.
is fantastic.
I wouldn't.
Fantastic.
I wouldn't say Parasite Eve
Perfect is my favorite
must
game.
is a must play. Oh my god! I wouldn't say it's a must play for everybody, but it is a phenomenal game in my opinion.
And guess what? 'Tis the season, bitch. Parasite Eve is in fact a
Oh my
Christmas
God,
game.
It's a Christmas
So,
game. Yeah.
It is a Christmas game. I will die on this hill. I don't give a fuck. Y'all can't tell me nothing.
I mean,
So
yeah, I agree.
Riku, the time, it literally is a Christmas game. So 'tis the season, Riku, and it's short. You can honestly beat that game in a day if you knew what you're doing, but probably like
Probably less than
2 days.
If
I mean, shit, if you're that good, you're that good.
yeah,
I don't know. I feel like it's more. Well, you know what? On PC with mods and just like move faster. Yeah, you're right.
no, probably less
But
than
if
a
you
day.
play it
I felt like I've done that before. I think I did it before, like a while ago, probably back in like 2011. I played that.
I was
game from
streaming
start to
Parasite
finish.
Eve. It's good, and
Yeah,
it's
it was
short.
amazing.
It's short. It's short. Riku, play Parasite Eve.
Interesting.
It's so good.
Interesting.
It's great. Better than Xenogears.
Oh yeah,
Guaranteed.
there's
Okay.
Parasite Mutant, which is coming out soon. The
All
spiritual
right,
successor.
the spiritual. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see how that goes.
I hope
I don't
it's
know. Spiritual successors, I don't know. To me, they've been kind of missing as of late. I don't know, man. Hey, you didn't
Yeah, that was true.
Chronicle.
Spiritual
I don't know, man. We'll see.
What? Yeah. What? I'm trying to think. Which spiritual successors have been really good?
Bloodstained. I heard was good.
Yeah.
What is?
Bloodstained.
Oh,
It's a
Bloodstained.
Castlevania.
Castlevania spiritual successor. I heard that
Okay.
one was good. But yeah, I heard Aiden. People are mixed on Aiden.
Yeah, mixed,
there's
yeah.
the Dead Space one. People are mixed on that one. What was it? Callisto Protocol. Yeah, that one. People were mixed on that. Yeah, spiritual successors. They need to. I feel like a decent amount of these spiritual successors are usually created because whoever
Holds the rights.
owned it. Yeah, whoever originally created and whoever hold the rights are just not seeing eye to eye, and they just like, fine, I'll just create my own thing, and then they do it, but then it's missing something.
All right.
So yeah.
All right, guys. That is a podcast. Let's go to these outros. Go ahead, Riku.
Riku-san, one, the only one. Thank you, everybody, for listening to us babble once again. I hope you had a good time here on this nice Sunday. Play your JRPGs. Knock out your backlog if you can. You probably won't be able to because the backlogs are never ending.
I thought you said you're black. I was like, what?
He's so dead saying.
I'm so glad you said something. I was like, you just said
Your backlogs. Your backlogs are
But
never
you can't.
ending.
But you can't because you're black. That's why I was like, what the fuck?
Like, what?
But you can't because you're black.
I finally been
Crazy
acknowledged, Mom.
way.
They finally
Dog.
accept me.
Oh my god, that was crazy. Oh shit. Okay, I'm really glad you said something, Shadow, because I thought I was tripping.
All right.
Okay.
Blake, go ahead.
Chat, thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you, Riku, for finally acknowledging my skin tone.
Yo.
Chat,
Wow.
we love all of you. Shout out to the homies for coming out. It has been fun. Thank you for hanging out. We will be live again in the new year. Probably not before then. I can't speak for Shadow. I just have an educated hunch. Play Kirby Air Riders. Play Dispatch. Treat your families with respect. Be a good boy, and make sure if Santa Claus leaves you gifts, you leave him a gift.
Yo.
All right. Bao?
Thank you, everyone, for coming out to another HPMP. please, if you're a Xenoblade fan, play Future Redeemed and Xenoblade X Definitive. They're required
Yes,
now.
sir.
And you will have the shit spoiled out of you by the time the next game comes around if you do not. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. Q?
Thanks to all you people coming out for the podcast. I'm not really sure what else to say. I think you guys have said pretty much everything. Other than the fact that, hey, if you have Steam, there's a bunch of sales on, and you can jump in there and grab the entire PlayStation catalog in there, and then abandon your PS5s and don't have to worry about censorship, which is great. Stellar Blade is on there, and it's it didn't come out this year, but I still enjoy a good Stellar Blade, and it's the definitive edition with all the DLC for, I think it's pretty cheap. It's cheaper than you get it on PlayStation. So, with that, make sure to support your waifus. And what the hell is that game Shadow has up?
What game?
Screen, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. I thought that was a trailer. I thought that was a trailer for Berseria's Definitive Edition, bro. But I was like, Moggy Lou's fucking Camel Toe was not out in the base game, bro.
Lord.
I'm not even talking about Berseria. I'm talking about what he had up before, but yeah.
Oh, that was Pokemon.
That's Pokemon.
It was a Pokemon.
Yeah. All right. Lady Pelvic?
Thank you for having me. It was a lot of fun. Be sure to like the podcast. We're at 44 likes. Let's get to like 50. There's 50 people watching, so we should be at 50, right? Right. So like the podcast. And this was this was a lot of fun. I'm really happy to be back. Play Parasite Eve again. It is the season. While you guys all play Parasite Eve, I will either be playing Cold Steel 4 or Oath and Felghana. I haven't decided. No.
Go for Oath of Felghana.
No. I didn't say
Nice change of
that.
pace, nice fast pace.
Don't fucking talk while I'm talking, Val.
That's rude
No,
to
Riku,
say,
you can talk.
Riku.
Val
rude
can't,
to say
though.
to Riku.
Val
What?
can't. No. No, Riku can talk. You can't talk, Val. Don't play Xenogears. Play Parasite Eve. It's significantly better. Well worth your time. Respects your time. Doesn't have shitty platforming. And it makes sense. So, yeah.
All right.
I would be a gentleman and refrain until we're offline.
Oh, no.
Jeez.
All right. Riku? Did I do Riku?
Oh, I get an extra outro. Let's go.
No, remember
okay.
he said
Done one, the only
Black
one.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Oh,
no. My fault. Sorry about that.
Crazy.
All right, guys. You know me, Mr. JRPG Shadow. Look forward to the channel. More content is coming your way. And we are out of here. Peace.
Bye.
Deuces,
Some
people.
people.
See y'all later.